All right, everybody. Welcome to the Beer League Podcast. It's Friday. I'm Gilligan. Tonight, my co-host is Phenom. Phenom, what's up, bud?
Hello, everybody.
Phenom will be joining us in game in just a moment, and it looks like we have all players in the game at the moment, so that's good. Got cameras set up. We got beers poured. We got players here. This looks good. What's up, chat? How y'all doing?
Although I do feel like it, now that I think about it, it's kind of a missed opportunity to go with, like, wouldn't it be better off as, like, beards and beers?
Beards and beers. I would have put that on the title if I had thought about that. So yeah, it's Friday. We have Beer League. We've got 8 teams once again. Last week was the first time we had enough players for 8 teams, and this week we've got enough for almost 8 teams of 5. We are growing at an incredible rate now. Got enough people signed up. We've got plenty of subs. Let's see. How many subs do we have right now? We have So yeah, earlier today we had 37 people sign up to play, 8 people sign up as a substitute, and then of course me and Phenom here on casting. Also, I hope y'all enjoy the stream because I have new stuff. I got new stuff, y'all. I got like a little calendar there. I got graphics and transitions and shit's looking awesome, dude. I've been working on it a lot this week, putting your all's lovely the money I got from you guys for your subscriptions and stuff, putting that right back into the stream, and then what's left over will be going back into the community, which is, you know, awesome. Thank you guys so much for supporting the stream. Those of you who do, those of you who don't, appreciate you being here anyways. Tonight I am drinking from my lovely beer league mug, Yingling Black and Tan, the best beer in the world. Phenom, what are you drinking?
I'm going by usual. I've got some nice vodka and some Code Red Mountain Dew.
Vodka and Code Red Mountain Dew. That's a new one.
It's good, man. I think I pointed out in chat last time that Mountain Dew was created as a chaser. It was a whiskey chaser, but a chaser nonetheless.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that.
Like kits that are like put together with like the right ingredients and everything and all the malt.
Man, I never was a fan of the Code Red, but if you mixed it with vodka, I could see it being kind of decent.
You know, even with the regular one, you know, Code Red's just my Mountain Dew of preference, I'd say. So, you know, regular Mountain Dew, and we actually do that. There's a whiskey called Sweet Revenge. It's a sour mash strawberry whiskey. I think it's over 80 proof. I think it's like 120 proof, but it's really sweet strawberry and sour. You put some of that with some Mountain Dew, like some regular Mountain Dew, that's fire.
Nice. Hey, I see Jims is in the chat. That's odd to say, because your name starts with ends with an S. But yeah, Jims in the chat. If you guys noticed at the beginning of the stream, I had that little spinning beer league GIF in the bottom left corner of the thing. That was made by Jims. Had some issues making the background transparent, but we finally got it, and now it's immortalized on the stream. So thank you, Jims, for making that. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that looks fantastic, man.
And we have told them that we're ready, so whenever they're ready, we're getting ready to do the community cheers around the nest block, which is the transmission. It's the tradition is the word I was looking for. It's in the rules, but it's tradition. Both teams before each match gather around the nest block to take a drink or a toast or a shot or whatever together to, you know, help in oh my God, what's the word? Enforce that sense of community here. As this is not a competitive league, this is a league for fun. We have new teams each week. Right now, we've got Orange Team, Lilental, Wombo Combo, Smooth Ride, and Aptitude 2. On the blue side, we have Arrow Knight, Matt Miko, Adam the Alien, and Sammy Gabby. This is our first match of the night. We have a new schedule rolled out because we have 8 teams now. That would have meant in our old system
we're missing the cheers there, Gil. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
I literally was drinking as everyone was saying clink.
Clink.
I was
totally
sorry
talking on top of
there.
No, yeah.
No, you're good. And we do have the new buddy system, right? Involved today. Or
That's right.
Did you implement that?
Where are you?
Why did I voice something the same right there?
I don't know. Maybe
hello, everyone. Yeah, so we have the new buddy system. We also have the new schedule. So the new schedule, I was saying, like before, we would follow, the POGcast would follow one team all night. And so when there were 6 teams, that meant one team didn't get cast. Now that there's 8 teams, that means, ooh, Abshoot, fix your ping, bud. With 8 teams, that means there would be 3 teams that weren't going to be cast. So we've got a new schedule set up now where we will be seeing every team tonight. We will not be following one particular team, so each match we'll see 2 different teams. So everyone should be on stream at least once tonight. And here we go with round 1. You'll notice there's a 12-minute clock there on the top. That is to compensate for the full 30 seconds we put after each goal in order to give teams time to take a drink, laugh about what happened, shit talk to teammates, stuff like that. So yeah, and then as Phenom mentioned, we do also for the first time, later Gil, I'm hopping in. Oh, good. Have fun, Jims. For the first time this week, we have implemented the Beer League Buddy system, where when you sign up for Beer League, you can request to be put on a team with one buddy in particular. Just a way for us to try to make Beer League more enjoyable for everybody. We always put, random teams for the most part, and we didn't really want to encourage me people playing with particular people because we wanted it to be random and fun. But now we have enough people that allowing one person to request one other person is a little more feasible. So we're trying that now. Look at this open shot, very nice. All right, I've talked a lot. Phenom, say something.
No, that's all right. Explaining the new system. I mean, we've had a lot of new people, come in. So, it's great that we're not only growing, but we're changing to, accommodate a better system. Because, it was. I do enjoy the multi-team system, both from a spectator sport and kind of as a player as well. So I think it's a great implementation of the buddy system and all that.
Awesome. And you, Phenom, are a VRML caster now, right?
Yeah, by title alone. I have yet to actually do any casting or camera work. It's definitely, the question that I always had with guys like Dim and Pally was like, how can they be this good? And, and I get it with like Pally where it's just nonstop. Some of these other casters that are, don't play the game competitively anymore was always a little confusing to me until I started to sit in on some of the background of what these casters have to do day in and day out to really get all this stuff together. And I mean, you couldn't do it. I mean, you'd be crazy to be in a VRML team and cast let's say full time, like Pally and like Dim and some of the more prolific casters do. It takes so much time in your day to set up what cast you're going to go to and getting everything dialed in and making sure you have not only a caster but a cameraman. And most of us can't do the multi-tiered, both casting and cameras and doing all the Twitch integration and all that. It's way more complicated than I think the surface implies. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually one reason why I didn't cast last season, because I was competing, and we practiced 5 days a week. I didn't really have time to get into casting, but this season I did get into it much more at the beginning. I've gotten way too busy since the first cycle to really jump into any games, but it was very fun. It is very involved, and I'm hoping that here in the next week or two I can get some more casting for VRML.
Yeah, it definitely. I don't really have any nerves as far as getting behind the microphone or talking about echo. I mean, there's a reason that in my VRML bio it is unparalleled ramblings. Anyone that has played with me or knows me knows that I like to talk and I like to do a lot of it. But as far as making time to not only do the actual act but to learn, all the stuff and set up that kind of stuff. I think Newton Dad in the future is going to give me a little help with that. And maybe in the next 2 weeks here, his cameraman skills have improved greatly since he also got the title of cameraman for the VRML.
Oh man!
Yeah, he's with doing his thing with the Echoholics and joining the VRML team after making their channel quite a success over there. It's good to see the community getting pulled in like that. Doc Education, yeah, he's another caster. I don't know what that was in reference to, Nate Appleton, but I see you there. Doc Education is a caster, and he's also a member of Beer League. He's good. He's one of those guys that
it was pretty crazy watching that.
Yeah, Doc Education is one of those guys that like jumped in and just immediately got it. He was like really good and like a natural at it, I guess you could say. I did not know that he was a competitor.
Yeah, I mean, even
that Abshu, fix your ping, buddy.
Dubstep, yeah. Oh my.
Yeah. The dubstep disc. Who coined that term? Did Palador coin that term? The dubstep disc? Abshu is teleporting there.
What a shot!
Missed
What
it.
a shot by Wombo there.
I completely missed it. I was messing with the cameras.
Fuck you.
Just a pure dead center trench
Nice.
from middle right into the goal.
Doc Education, Team Amoeba. Let's see. I'm gonna check you on that, Nate.
And that's impressive. I mean, being able to captain a team like that, and let's say you're doing minimum work of you're doing 2 matches with some warm up, maybe a practice in between. You're already talking 3 times a week, and then adding that much casting on top of that. I mean, that's full commitment. Especially not even just the casting, but the time it takes. Especially if you're a cameraman. From an outside perspective, it doesn't really seem like there's that much to it, but when you get under the surface of all the stuff that they do to get all of those transitions and the stats to come in and the API data and the knowledge that some of the people that have designed just the normal things, something as simple as a transition can have tons of issues getting every single caster or every single cameraman to have all of the assets run perfectly the same on all of their streams. It's intense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a job. FMJ 4K. I always shoot insane shots I'm not capable of in VRMO matches in Beer League. Who are you? I don't know who that Twitch handle belongs to.
Yeah, FMJ. Oh, is that Fork?
I'm slow. I just did this too. I'm cutting enough.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. But welcome.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to the podcast.
I think that was a bad.
Looks like there's been a little bit of a comeback here from Blue Team.
Yeah, Arrow Knight just made a 3-pointer. Oh, gonna make a sec. Nope, it skipped off the block. I think it skipped off the block. Close, but no shot. Arrow Knight, though, gets this disc back, takes it into the bubble, does a little fakey-wakey, and puts it in for 2 pointers. 4:20 on the clock. Happy Friday, y'all.
Sometimes you're not exactly playing the Echo meta. I've been on nights where Arrow just decides that he will make no shots tonight, only assists.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to practice if you try to restrict yourself like that. Oh, it is Fork. What's up, Fork 44? I believe is your name. Did you have a 44 at the end of your name?
That's correct. I got to play with him last week, and it was fantastic. He's an excellent player. Unfortunately, I think the 2 days later than that, I had to play him in a VRML match. So we went from team buddies to punch target very quickly there.
Well, that is unfortunately. He's trained by Palador himself.
Yeah, he's a true professional when it comes to the punnage arts. It's pretty crazy how fast he can come up with those.
Yep. Yes, it is. One of my favorite things that's ever happened on Discord was he and I and a couple other people might have been slightly involved, but he and I went like three if you took screenshots, it's like 5 different pages of screenshots of just us going back and forth like with a completely punny conversation back and forth. It was pretty intense. It was actually in Beer League, I think. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
Pally in Beer League, wow.
Yeah, he actually practiced casting by casting like a couple of Beer League nights way back in the day.
That's really cool. Really cool. No.
Like maybe before preseason of VRML, I think. Yeah, it was cool.
He did kind of a small class to the casters of like what he expected and all the new people that showed up, the new crew as he's called them. But just his professionalism. It's not like he's just some schmo that just likes casting Echo. I mean, the way that he describes his process, and it's not like he's just showing up and talking about Echo.
Right.
Like he has detailed plans of how he talks about things, and the rhythm that he goes through. I mean, he has so much thought into casting, and I mean that's why you see him being such an amazing caster. It's not because he's just showing up. He puts in the work to be that good.
Yep, for sure.
No, I just got that before.
Screams coming in from the arena. Because it is beer league and the people are loud, the comms are open, and the fun is turned up. I don't know. There's another person. I don't know who that is. Ink no. Oh, is that what's his name? I think I just played with you last. Is it Sam? Is that Sam? Right there in the chat. Ink no dash. I think we played last night.
Samuel Rigatoni? Is that Sam?
I think so. So yeah, whew. Man, I came into this cast with no pre-gaming whatsoever. I was way behind on getting my drink on. So, cheers, y'all.
You're trying to catch up there?
Yeah, you know, catch up a little bit.
On that one. Yeah.
Happy beer league, y'all. Clink.
And is tonight a record number of players then? Because
Actually, yeah. Yes, it would be. I think the previous record was 32. Tonight we have 37 plus 9 subs plus 2 casters.
yeah, it's getting there. I mean,
What about you? Red?
You still there?
yeah.
All right.
Wow, I'm just watching this.
The brawl happening down there.
I'm at Nest if you get it.
Yeah, if you're in the chat, you can look down at the bottom left there where you normally see channel points. It's called bottle caps for this channel, for the Beer League cast. You can redeem those for different things. Just check it out. There's different things on there. It's pretty cool. If you subscribe, you get a bunch of different little beer mug emojis and stuff. Giving bits and
First
stuff.
round going to the orange team.
First round of the night. First round of, let's see, 12 that is scheduled. We do have 4 matches planned, 8 different teams. We will see each team as long as they don't fall apart before the end of the night. And as long as everyone can manage to stick to this new schedule, which is something we're trying out new for the first time tonight. This is team 1 and 8. Next match will be teams 2 and 5, then 3 and 7, then 4 and 6.
I've always been rather impressed on how, I would say organized, but how functioning a lot of this works. And you'd think with that many drunk people that eventually it would fall apart somewhere. You know,
Yeah.
We get a little late, whatever, every once in a while you got to wait 10 minutes to start up a game or whatever. But in all the beer leagues I've played, it's never been an issue of getting a game together in more than like 10 minutes. When you're talking about, 20 plus inebriated people trying to organize over the internet, it's pretty impressive.
It is impressive. Nate Appleton down there redeeming a toast to Palador. I'll raise a glass to that. To Palador.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Clink.
The original daddy himself, I believe.
It's definitely be a different community without him.
Who do you think? Are we going blue or are we going orange? Who's gonna win
Oh,
this
man. I'm going to go blue. I think orange won last time. I'm going to go blue this time.
I think I'm going to agree. I'm going to go blue. That is right, Fork. We did go undefeated. It was a nasty night for us.
Nice.
We were killing it.
Oh, orange team barely won that joust. Blue team and orange team were there at nearly the same time, but orange team did come away with it and resulted in a quick, easy 2-pointers from them with just 10 seconds off the clock. Oh, it says 7. I saw 10, but 7. All right, we'll go 7.
Yeah, 7 seconds. That was a quick one.
I'm better than most people. I'm sorry.
I will say we have implemented your on Foresight. We have implemented your, I'd say, plan on the joust.
Nice.
With your dislike of the headbutt.
Yeah.
And while I do respect the headbutt, I will say our plan to actually have something to do when we get the disc on the joust has worked out really well for us.
Yes. Yeah, that was something that was a bit of a point of pride for my team, Wireless Jacks, when we were still competing. Is we because we didn't headbutt the disc immediately on the joust, we often would win the joust with a plan, and the initial joust went in our favor more often than it did not. So I'm glad to see another team implementing that strategy. So I know I've complained about it a few times about how the most teams you see will just headbutt it and it's the headbutt and pray. I'd like to see a little more strategy, so I'm glad to see other teams
I mean,
doing
sometimes if you can plan that you can plan a headbutt to say, okay, if we headbutt it, you'll get the second stack down there or something like that. But yeah, the ability to get control, not just hope for control, but to truly get control of the disc immediately is something that I would say 95% of jousts don't start with.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree. And even if you can, get to the disc first and headbutt it, headbutting is so finicky. It takes a lot of practice to get even decent with it. And most players don't put the kind of time in to practice headbutts because it's just not a basic skill that you need.
It's inconsistent. Even if you practice, there's no chance. There's no guarantee that even you can headbutt the disc right where you want it to.
Right.
No matter how well somebody says they can hit headbutts. I mean, it takes 1 degree of difference to send that thing shanking to the floor.
Right.
A little bit closer of a game to start here.
Yes, back and forth so far. Orange team scored, then blue team scored, then orange team scored again.
This is the most sober we will see the players tonight, so that does make a little bit of sense. Let's see. Are they going to come out with any semblance of a plan here, or are we just going to throw it to somebody?
I heard a little bit of plan in there. Orange team trying to get the stop on it. Blue team able to dodge out of the way. They send it forward, but there's a block there. Matt Miko hits it with his head. Doesn't get the disc, but Smooth Riding comes away with it.
So close.
Man. Bit of a scrum happening here. Orange passes it right back out to blue. Blue arrow taking it in for the goal. 2 points once again. Back and forth. Orange team, blue team, orange team, blue team. Tie game at 4-4.
And this is going to be, I imagine, one of the louder games. You're talking, you got Arrow Knight and Smooth, and the laugh track of Lentil in the background.
Absolutely. This may be the most sober game of the night, but it definitely won't be the quietest.
For those not aware, Matt Miko, MVP of the Snowflake Cup.
Also, birthday boy like 2 weeks ago. Had a special request
true.
for teammates because it was his birthday a couple weeks ago.
Was it on Beer League, like the day of?
Yeah. It's far. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Nest block. Best goalie NA until the ding ring takes the throne once again. Arrow Knight coming in, does a nice little duck. Another duck, juke, shot. Doesn't make it, too low.
Ooh.
Ooh, Matt Miko stunned out, stolen by Wombo Kamo, who gets stunned out, stolen by Arrow Knight, who gets stunned out, stolen by Lentil, who gets it stolen from her by her own teammate.
That was like four different turnovers exactly behind the block for my vision.
Yeah, and Wombo Kamo just almost right there pulled off another trench block into the goal. Almost made it. And then pulled off the easy backboard with no goalie like a dork. Blue team trying to clear it out, not quite making it, but they do get the disc. Arrow with a couple of, ooh, interesting. Oh,
Sammy almost got
disc
that.
stuck in the
one.
middle. Man,
This is a very turnover-heavy 2 minutes here.
yes it is. Matt Miko.
Oh my!
Smooth makes these.
Yeah, it's coming to you in a sec.
See, what a great pass. Told you he made those.
Great setup there.
Oh, wow. Nice headbutt save
All part
on
of the
accident.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Sammy Grabby with the long clear through mid. Successfully gets it through. Adam picks it up, shoots it. There's a goalie, though.
It's a good throw, though.
It did look like a good shot.
I think 80% of the throws in the last 2 minutes have resulted in a stun immediately after. It's just throw, stun, throw, stun, throw, stun.
That's in.
Do you feel at home with that form of playstyle there, Gil?
Yeah. Oh, the brawling. Dude, one of the most fun times I ever had in a VRML match was also the game where I had the highest stuns that I ever got in a VRML match, which was 93. And I tied Guygasm from There Is No Team. We both had 93 stuns.
I mean, in the same game, or
In the
just for, like,
same-
a record.
Wow, it was a 1 3-round match. It was There Is No Team's first game ever, and Guygasm and I both tied for 93 stuns, and it was one of the most fun games I've ever played.
That is impressive. I've always been very impressed with your ability not to stun, but
Nice.
your area of effects as far as stunning. There's players that are very good at brawling, but your ability to stun over a large distance very quickly is very hard to deal with for a lot of teams.
Thank you. That's what I go for. What's up, Gator Rich in the chat? I'm your host, Gilligan. Tonight, my co-host is Phenom. Phenom, say hi to Gator Rich.
Hey, Gator, what's up? Casting.
Yeah, we do that a little bit sometimes on the Beer League podcast. Yeah, I realized early on playing Echo that I was not very good at shooting. I could not shoot fast, and stunning was really fun. So I just kind of focused on that, and yeah, that just became my thing. And then eventually I learned how to put some strategy into it. And so now it's kind of my position on the field isn't so much to score or get the disc forward. It's more about stopping the other team so that my teammates can do the cool things.
And it's kind of impressive to see, even when we played on Sundays, is that you'd think with your style of not stacking first, right? You go for the other stack before you go for your own a lot of times, and you'd think logically that you'd probably be slower at stacking with your team just because one person is deliberately trying to not stack, but you guys still seem to pull that off really well, mostly because I feel like even your team has kind of put you in as their play style. They even watching your streams on Sundays. Watching watching Will and Blitz, they'll know what you're doing, and they'll wait for you to finish murdering the entire team before then stacking with you. So it's one thing to have a person like that on the team, but the fact that Wireless Jacks can incorporate that kind of brutalization into their actual play style is always been really impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, I think my style of play can irritate a lot of players that aren't used to it when they're on my team. Like I'm not talking about the people I'm stunning. I'm talking about my teammates are trying to get a stack for me, and then they realize, oh, I'm not even paying attention to them. I'm trying to stop the other team. It's frustrating for a lot of players because that's not it's not what they're used to. It's not what the overall meta is. Ooh, nice shot from Sammy Gabby.
Shot.
Nice underhanded three-pointer from below there. Someone had the goalie stunned out, but nonetheless, that was a nice shot. But yeah, I think that's one of the things with my team is we've just been playing together so long that they just know that's
you can tell.
That's what's gonna happen. It's we've always had really high chemistry on Wireless Shack, so it's fun to play together, and we all understand each other's weaknesses and strengths, and we try to play to those as much as we can.
Yeah, I mean, playing against you and watching you guys play, doing your streams and stuff like that. I mean, I thank you for providing that kind of content, because even I'd say mid diamond captains can learn so much. Just because I'm in the top 30 teams or whatever, it doesn't mean that I can't learn for just watching your play styles and totally stealing most of your plays.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Kit Catastrophe. Oh my God, Kit Catastrophe! You're in the wrong time zone. You're 42 minutes late.
Is she playing tonight?
Yeah, she was on team.
Hopefully they had a 5-something.
Team 6. Yeah, it is one of the teams that had 5 players.
Well, what are you doing in the Twitch chat? Get playing.
For those of you who don't know, Kit Catastrophe is in Australia, so time zones may be a little more difficult to figure out. So she was off by an hour. This is match 1, Kit.
Almost 11 minutes. Yeah, this is a really close game here. Just taking the lead.
Yeah, blue team mounted a bit of a comeback there. I don't know what the score was before that, but they made 2 goals in a row there. That I saw Sammy Gabby shoot the underhanded 3 that we talked about, and then she had a nice assist to Adam the Alien, who bounced it off the backboard right after that. So this 1 point difference right now.
What's the scoreboard?
What's the stats?
Well, yeah, you could do it too. What's the on Atlas? What's the button to do scoreboard?
On Atlas, I don't know. I can use my controller to pull up stats.
Oh, it's tab. That's what it is, really. There we go.
Pix _ what's up? Welcome to the Beer League Podcast.
Oh, my thing flashes.
Oh, there's so many.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
The last second
3
shot from
seconds.
Arrow Knight puts the team up by 1. Very nice. Orange team took round 1 by
1.
several goals, but this second round was neck and neck almost the whole time. And 2 seconds left on the clock, Arrow Knight put it in for a 2 to put his team up by 1 point to take that victory. So very nice finish to that second round by the blue team.
Oh, it looks we got Pix too, our other newest OCE beer leaguer.
That's why that name is familiar. Yeah. What's up, Pix?
Imagine it's well, you know what? I can't even imagine. I have no idea what time it is in Australia. I know for summer it's like in the morning. So is it like early, like noonish for Australia right now?
They're let's see, the AEST time zone, which is Australian Eastern. They are 16 hours ahead of Eastern time zone here in America. I think it's 16
It
hours.
is. I was right. It is 12:45 p.m. So it is just afternoon.
2:45. That is a 2:45. Says Pix.
In Australia?
Oh no, from New Zealand. Pix is in New Zealand. It's 2:45.
Oh, he's from New Zealand. Okay.
Kit is in Australia. Pix is in New Zealand. What is Kia Ora? What is that?
I think it's a mid-size sports car
Oh, okay.
by
Makes
Kia.
sense. Yeah.
No, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I was with you on that one.
Almost got it.
Had him in the first half.
Oh, there's a guy there.
Not gonna lie.
Wombo. Oh, I had your toes and then I got stuck.
That was in.
Combo.
So it's New Zealand's version of Aloha then.
Double diamond.
So they're just like, what's up?
Don't try me.
Hello or thank you. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Really, New Zealand? I guess my geography is pretty bad. I thought New Zealand was earlier on than Australia.
New Zealand is the first time zone to see anything, I think.
Oh, I missed you.
Isn't that what they always say? If you go to New Zealand, you're the first people. New Zealanders are the first people to see the sunset. Isn't that what they always say?
That went right through
That
me.
was great.
That was perfect pass. It went right through me.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. They are all the way on the side. Yeah, so it's, for the
They're on the side. Look at the New Zealanders over there on the side of the planet. Oh, nice move there by Matt Miko. Gets the stun. Adam the Alien misses the shot twice in a row.
that had to be less than 2 feet.
Arrow Knight puts it in. Looked like off the teammate's head. Or wait, was that Arrow Knight? Maybe that was Apchu.
No.
No, yeah, Apchu is on the other team. So yeah, Arrow Knight hit it off of Apchu's head into the goal. That's what it was.
Damn, no assist.
You feel attacked? Nah. Just because everything's upside down for you down there.
Actually, I didn't know. Now that I look at this, I didn't know that New Zealand is broken into 2 parts. I always thought it was one solid island. I guess I didn't know enough about New Zealand.
Yeah, there's the new part and then the Zealand part.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't. I never thought about that.
Yep. Beer League, welcome to the Beer League podcast where we teach you about geography.
I mean, that begs the question: where is the original Zealand?
Oh, Pix says actually there's 3 islands for New Zealand.
Man, that was great. That was a
Oh
great
yeah, there is one very small island on the far south.
North Island, South Island, and Stewart Island. That makes sense. North, South,
Yeah.
and Stewart? Yo, one game to one here on the blue versus orange, and then at the beginning of this game, now almost 3 minutes off the clock, and the score is 2-2. So this is a very close matchup so far. Despite the first round being fairly dominantly in the hands of the orange team, the second round was so close it was almost an overtime, and this third round is starting off neck and neck. So this is definitely a good matchup to see. Orange team backs it out for the three-pointer and hits those. Wombo Combo puts his team up by 3, 5-2.
What's that? The theory of alcohol on performance? That like the arch that happens where you feel like you're doing much better, and then it slowly deteriorates after that. That fine line of how much alcohol you need to consume.
Yeah, I like to think that here on the Beer League podcast, the end of the second match and first 2 rounds of the third match are going to be the peak for most players, and you're going to start seeing it go quickly downhill after that. So this is like the sober match of the night. Match 4 will be the disaster of the night. Ooh, what a shot! Almost went in. But matches 2 and 3 will be the everyone's peak performance. That sweet spot of, hey, I've drank a little bit and I've loosened up, and then the other end of that, I've drank too much and I'm losing track of things.
And there's also the difference between, perception and reality. Whereas you can feel like you're doing much, much better, but you really aren't. So there's that, are you actually better bell curve, and then there's the how you feel about how you're doing bell curve.
Right. That's why I like it for the oh man, what's the word? The after party. The after party matches that always happen after Beer League. For those of us who are still awake, we don't like it when someone sober is invited in to fill a spot, because it makes us all realize how bad we're actually doing.
That's a great graphic.
Hey, Grumpiest Broom, not Grumpiest Boom. Grumpiest Broom is in the chat. What's up, dude? Welcome to the Beer League podcast. I'm your host, Gilligan. My co-host tonight is Phenom. What's up, Phenom?
Hello there. Hi, Grumpy.
5-4. This round continues to be close as a turnover goes to Arrow Knight right there. He sends it down through the mid over into the orange zone. Matt Miko looks like he might get there first. He does. Going to take it in 1v2. He does, but it's saved by Wombo Combo.
Mental. It was on you when you just went past it.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Did I
I
mention
mean,
it?
now that we're this close, we're starting to get some infighting from the orange team.
And there you have it.
Serious as they lose the lead. Yeah.
Blue team back up by 1. Andy in the chat confirming our what we're saying here about the alcohol is saying that someone said to him that he was going to be too good, but the power of alcohol comes
And it
through.
depends, Sometimes I feel like there are some individuals, like Chuck Not Norris, that the more alcohol you feed into him, the better he gets.
Dude, Palace, back in the days when Palace used to play Beer League with us, that dude became a bit of a Beer League legend for a while. He would start drinking and he did not have a bell curve. He just had a ramp that he went up. He just got better and better and better. It was ridiculous. He could hit any shot.
It tells you something about your play style when you're better when you're drunk. Maybe you just need to loosen up a little bit in your matches, and you'll do a little better apparently.
Yeah. Andy confirmed. He said Palace got only better drunk when he was on Team Synapse. He would show up with already 2 beers in him for a VRML match.
Hey, whatever works.
And another lead change as Orange Team goes up by 1 once again.
Just tit for tat for the first 7 minutes.
Does anyone know what tat is?
I can't say that I do.
I don't know. I hear you can get tit for it though.
God damn it. I'm trying to think of the one that I heard today that was really bad that made me laugh.
Gator really appreciated that joke. I stole it from a comedian, but I can't remember which comedian it was, and I guarantee you the comedian delivered it way better than I did. Thanks, Andy. Cheers. Cheers to bad jokes, y'all. Clink. Orange team up by 2 goals. That's the biggest lead of the game so far for this round, anyways. 3 minutes 45 seconds still on the clock. Blue team's got plenty of time to come back, although not quite as much as any of our VRML viewers would expect, as we do put 12 minutes on the clock, not 10, because we have a full 30 seconds after each goal, which means that when it looks like they would have plenty of time still in a VRML match, they actually don't have as much time because of that extra 15 seconds between rounds, or between goals. But with dancing like that, it's hard to stop. Arrow Knight moves all around the arena to put it in for 2 points, raising the score of his own team and narrowing the gap. They are still down by 2, but that's just 1 goal. With 3 minutes left on the clock, they have plenty of time to come back. Vodka cranberry for Andy. What's that?
Arrow, making a lot of points here, but that scoreboard is pretty full. Only 2 zeros on the blue team board, and I'll give him 1.5 for the orange team there on the zeros. So everyone contributing today.
Yeah, that is a pretty democratic board there, where everyone's putting in their numbers in. Ooh, and Wombo combo.
God.
That is at least the 3rd long shot of his that we've made a big deal about tonight already.
That is a play that just that split pass into tunnel and just taking that shot from center court.
And that did remove a 0 from their stat board, as he did have 10 points, which is a 0. So now he still needs to get 1 more stun, and he needs to save a disc. Not he. Smooth Riding needs to save a disc.
Do you count zeros in stuns?
Yes.
He's got a 20 in stuns.
Yes, we do. That's a. If this were a Wireless Shacks games, that would be a 0. We would count it.
I keep thinking I'll grab an appendix.
By game right now.
No zeros whatsoever, including increments of 10. Although a 10
So what happens
is
if I
better
have
than
a
a 0.
What happens if I have a 0 in my name? Does that count?
Well, you see, Blitz1230 has yet to change his name, so we remain disappointed in him. You know what? Blitz hasn't even. The Echo Pass update came out like over a month ago at this point, I think. Blitz still hasn't updated any of his cosmetics. So every time he makes a goal, it's like the most basic blank everything, and we yell at him every time.
Good cover.
Yeah, we were I think the first match VRML match that came out with the heraldry, and Dimwee specifically messaged us to make sure that we had all of our heraldry on because they wanted to show it off.
Yeah. Actually, by the way, y'all, I got a nice treat for everyone watching coming up. After this match ends, I've got an exclusive Beer League premiere. Link 1 has a new EP coming out soon, and he's made a teaser video, and it's going to be premiered right here on the Beer League podcast right after this round ends in the next 30 seconds. So stick around for that. It's a Beer League exclusive premiere, and I'm very excited about it.
Looks like this is going to be... just misses that shot. They're going to reposition here. No one but Abshu in the bubble right now. Long shot. That was a ballsy take, but in the last 10 seconds, you got to go for those.
And blue team, even if they do score here, which they might, just off.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough to give them the win anyways, but hey, appreciate the effort. So the first match of the night is over. Orange team taking 2 rounds over blue team's 1. That second round was really exciting, as if you remember, Arrow Knight scored a shot 2 seconds with 2 seconds left on the clock, scored a shot to put his team up by 1. So that was a very close one. But yeah, that is the end of match 1. We do have 3 other matches to get through tonight. We're going to be switching lobbies here while you guys check out this exclusive Beer League preview of Link 1's upcoming, what do you call it, EP. So let's take a quick look at the stats, and then we're going to move to that and try to get into this next game. If I can figure out which button to push. There we go.
I believe in you.
So yeah, team 1, 2, 3, and 4 should be keeping their lobbies all night tonight, and I do not have a link from the next team yet, so we'll see how this goes. So there's some stats. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch now to Link 1's new stuff.
Is there a name for this?
Don't have a name yet. Don't have a name that I have, but
Unnamed EP.
unnamed EP. That's right. Check it out. Here it is.
Where's the real win here? That was smooth.
Give yourself another chance, then I'll do the same. 'Cause we've got these broken pieces that we need to arrange.
All right, well, welcome back. We are still waiting on links into our next match. So, guess we're going to be following this team again, which is Team 1, the blue team. Matt Miko, Adam the Alien, Arrow Knight, and Sammy Gabby. These are our faces. Hey, guys. We are just waiting on them to start, I guess. Yeah, Gator. Now you know what we look like. Toast to Link's sick music. I can get behind that. Pix just redeemed a toast to I guess you're not up there, you're down here. Clink to Link. Time for a refill. All right, let's switch over to this game now. Is that the thing we can do? All right. I don't know if these teams even know we're still following them. But, you know, blame it on Team 2 for not sending us a link to the next match. So here we go.
Good pointing there. Looks like we got Sir Captain Spoon, Boston, Lanzan, and Papara in this one. Joined again by Arrow, Matt Miko, MVP of Snowflake Cup, Adam the Alien, and Sammy Gabby.
What is it? Can you look? What is it? Oh, I try to do.
Thank you, Gator. New visuals are sick. I'm super excited to debut them tonight. I've been working on them pretty hard this week. Yeah. So, looks like Lanzan is a sub for Boston or HD Smoke. No, Boston's there. HD Smoke. So, whoever HD Smoke is, I think is one of our newer members. Lanzan is a sub for them.
Smoke. Yeah, that's...
Wow, blue team having some trouble here. They weren't even ready for the launch, and results in Sir Captain Spoon putting it in for the easy two-pointer right off the bat. Very nice. Rematch. They didn't set the timer correctly, I think.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, because they're at 10 minutes. Remind me, did blue team win the last one, or did like Arrow Knight, Matt Miko, Adam, and Sammy? Did they win the first match, or did they lose the first?
They lost the first and third rounds, but they won the second one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he has. I think you're right there, Gator. He's got a, isn't there a roll for that? The not
there
showing
is.
Up roll?
There is. We have a shame roll, which makes your name the same color as the background on Discord dark mode, so you'll disappear from chat.
All right, let's go, team. Blue team.
That's rough.
Other team.
Might have to give it to him. All right, they have fixed the clock. We're back at 12 minutes. We have a 12-minute running clock because we do put a full 30 seconds after each goal instead of the 15 seconds like a VRML match. We do that in order to give teams time to laugh, shit talk, take a drink if they're fast enough. You know, it's beer league. We're here for we're here for sociability more than competitiveness. Sociability is the word that I was looking for. I'm not even sure if it's a word. Orange team picks it up. Headbutt once again. Zooming around the arena. They are there to get it first. Ooh, a second headbutt for no reason. Boston does an ender also for no reason. Sir Captain Spoon gets punched like a bitch. And passes it over to Lanzane, who wasn't quite ready for it. Bakara grabs it though. She's coming up from below, but Adam the Alien gives it, grabs it, gives it right back to Sir Captain Spoon. And Orange team has the disc.
Auto grab in full effect there.
For sure. Ooh, nice cut. Very nice. And after the reset, Orange team once again takes the first 2 points, which puts them up by 4 points because they kept those 2 points from the first part of the game. Look at these cool visuals they have now. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, the heraldry thing has been like just I don't think anyone's complained about the heraldry. I think that was like one of the things they changed in Echo Pass that I think everyone agrees was a benefit and just an addition to the game that makes it awesome.
Yeah, the banners are super cool.
Okay. By like a place.
Missed his head by like a place. That's what I just heard.
We got it. Don't worry. We got a stack. Turn us around.
Oh, Boston just dropped the disc there. Not sure if he hit the Geo or if that was just a loss of tracking, but regardless, Orange team does pick it up anyways. Sends it forward. Nice long shot attempt. A little wide. Goes low. Blue team going to be there first to pick it up. Slaps it right through low mid. but gets stuck, comes back a little bit, but they're there first. Anyways, gets a slap out before he gets stunned. But Arrow Knight there with the speed, you get there long before anyone else if you can chase the disc down. Ooh, nice shield. He gets Lanzan. So Arrow Knight does have the disc, showing a little bit of patience. Loses it though. Throws it backwards as he gets stunned.
Shoulder.
Someone's on shoulder. Arrow Knight juking around the bottom of that block, brings in there for the 2-pointer, puts his team down by 2. They were down by 4, so that's cool.
You do this in beer league? Okay. Fair enough.
You lost me 3,000
Dude, Essend was insane though. He had like a million saves.
Arrow defending his abilities there.
And for those of you who are new,
Gator.
or for those of you who have seen the stream before but may need reminded or something to look forward to, we do have Brews in the News coming up after the end of this match in the next, 9 more minutes of this, and then another 12, and then another 12. And then we'll have Brews in the News, where we go over a couple of articles related to alcohol and beer in the news. And as with everything else tonight, we got new graphics and visuals and stuff for it, and it's super cool, and I'm very excited, and it's so awesome. And so that's coming up after this match. And I believe we will probably play the Link 1 music preview teaser thing again at the end of the night, probably after match 4, possibly after match 3, we'll see.
Gator
Psychotic.
mentioning a beard off. I think that's gonna be a slaughter no matter who gets on the stream with Gil there.
Thank you. I've been lazy enough to not shave it for about 1.5 years now. Oh, Psychotic coming in to say traffic sucks, and she's getting on now. So she's the reason.
Oh, yeah, that explains it a little bit there.
Yep. So everyone in on team 2 and team whoever they're playing, team 2 and 5 can blame Psychotic for not sending me a link to the match earlier. So
It's a shame. It is.
I guess the blue team here, Arrow Knight, Matt Miko, Adam the Alien, Sammy Gabby, can thank her because we got to cast them again.
True.
Because no one else did it, Sai. No one else did it. Oh, I gotta get a refill. I just remembered. Over to you, Faye.
Oh. All right, we got a stack here. Lanzan walking it down the middle of the field. A rough pass, hopefully get recovered here by Bakara. Back pass to Boston. This is going to be a 3-on-1 here. Oh, just off. Looks like he went for the pass. The passer went for the goalie. It's unfortunate. Stack race to see who gets it. Arrow's going to get there first. Going to clear it. Wait for it. Right into the trap. Hence its name. Spoon recovering the disc here. It's a lot of people converging in the tunnel. Open goal. No, Matt Miko, MVP of Snowflake Cup, saves the disc. Bakara recovering it. Oh, so it's Lanzan. Now Bakara with the disc, looking for that cut pass. Over the top of clock, stuffed in by Boston there. Another close game, 6-4. Tons of time left. This could go to anybody.
Because we're better than you. Because we scored 3 times.
Imagine Sir Captain Spoon Bakara using the new buddy system. They're both on the team Echoholics. Fantastic team. Local to Beer League.
Oh, fun fact. Bakara and Sir Captain Spoon are the first Beer League buddies ever in Beer League. They were the first 2 people to submit their Google Forms saying that they wanted to play together. So they are the first Beer League buddies ever.
Yeah, I'm sure they just didn't want to, it wasn't that they didn't. Oh my God, what a cannon through the mail slot there.
Sai commenting on saying lies, fake news, instead of playing the game that she's supposed to be in. That's fine. Lord VRML, hello. Do y'all hear my dog? He's drinking.
Only when you, oh yeah, a little bit there. Lord is my my teammate on Foresight.
Okay. So
Coming
Sai
in to say
trying
hello.
to say that it was Essend and her that were the first Beer League buddies, but the truth is they were only first because they're mods, and I had the mods test the forum before we sent it out to the public. So they had a little bit of early access privileges there. So that doesn't count. KBJ510, welcome back to the Beer League podcast stream. I remember your name from before. I'm your host, Gilligan. Tonight, my co-host is Phenom. And that's my dog in the background drinking his water. He's a camel. He's part camel.
Oh, almost a fantastic play from Matt there. Just off the bottom of the goal.
Arrow Knight once again juking around that shoulder block upside down to put those 2-pointers in.
Arrow, you're still in quest, right? Let's go, Arrow Knight, why is your mic doing the muted thing?
So speaking of mods and privileges, Gil,
yes.
being a gov and being unable to play in the VRML, is there a time that you've regretted becoming a governor instead of a mod?
I've never regretted becoming a governor. I absolutely love it, but I really miss competing at the same time. I still play with the Wireless Jacks every Sunday because that's how we hang out. But like, man, I miss it so much. I really want to play, but I don't regret becoming a governor, and I really enjoy the work that I do with VRML, and that is so far been very worth it. There's been, like any job, there's been moments, especially certain recent events that weren't necessarily fun, but overall I feel like we've done a lot of really awesome things and continue to do a lot of really awesome things, and I'm really happy to be a part of that. But I seriously miss competition.
I can't say that you guys have dulled at all just in your playing with you guys. It definitely doesn't seem like you guys haven't been a VRML team. I mean, you guys, and it just another token to your guys' chemistry, your ability to come together like you guys never left.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I mean, this past Sunday we played just a private match with some whichever beer leaguers could sign up, because me and Blitz and Venom were able to get on, but Will was having some technical issues. He wasn't able to play with us that night. And then the next day, we had a team ask Venom if we could scrim them, and we said yes almost immediately because Will fixed his tech issues, and we were eager to play with him. Like, I mean, it wasn't so much that we were all available for the scrim as so much as it was we all wanted to play together and we didn't get to the day before. That was a really good shot there from Sir Captain Spoon. That 3-pointer puts them up by 8 with 2.5 minutes left to go on the clock.
Yeah, it was a little surprising to see Wireless Jacks come together not on a Sunday. It was like a Monday, wasn't it? Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it was literally the next day, and it was we only had a few hours of notice too. It was just like Will fixed his tech issues like 20 minutes after we finished our Sunday game, and so we were all like, it was a bummer we didn't get to play with him. And then like the next day at like, I don't know, it was like 5 o'clock or something, and Venom was like, we just got asked if we could do this scrim. Do y'all want to get on? And we were like, well, we didn't get to play with Will yesterday, so yeah, let's do it.
So with Venom no longer on Kangaroo as being a free agent, what are the chances of seeing a Wireless Jacks Sans Gill in season 4?
I don't know. Actually, I've heard a couple of times a rumor. Wow, twice in a row.
Wow. I mean, he just doubled what he shot the first time, and I think it was faster that time too.
That Sir Captain Spoon, he needs to drink a little more, I think.
Apparently.
2 half-court 3-pointers in a row. Come on, man.
Well, and there's been I think 5 or 6 half-court mail slot attempts. I think only 1 has gone in so far, but like 3 of them have hit the backboard just through mail slot. So it's a very long shot game.
It's a game of 3. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Moving on from that.
It's always funny to hear the immediate blames right after those kinds of events.
Yep. Someone's head was in the way. Don't know whose it was.
So continuing before Smooth's amazing shots interrupted so rudely, what were you saying about Wireless Jacks?
Yeah, oh yeah. So I've heard a rumor from a couple of times recently that the Wireless Jacks are coming back for season 4. That is not true. It would be awesome if we could do that, but again, I am not allowed to compete anymore as long as I'm a governor, and I can't speak for the rest of the guys what they're gonna do, but Wireless Jacks, as far as I know, there is no plans to come back for season 4.
So if the 3 of them decided to play in season 4, would you guys keep your names? Would you still be Wireless Jacks, you think?
Well, when I stepped down in order to become a league governor, I resigned from the team officially on the website and gave ownership of the team to Will. So fun, Lemon Cutie, Lamont, however you want to say his name. Lemon and I came together as teammates, so we kind of co-founded Wireless Jacks way back in like September before preseason. And then, 20 minutes later, we pulled Will onto the roster. And back then, it was still 3v3. It wasn't until like a month or like a couple weeks later that they decided we were going to do 4v4. So it was me, Lemon, and Will. So Lemon played preseason and then kind of retired from league play and went to be our sub position for a while. And so Will is the oldest member of the team other than me that's still active. So I gave him ownership of the team officially. And so yeah, if they come back, they have my blessing with if they want to continue to use the name. But yeah, I'm not going to be coming back. I have no intention of stepping down as league governor, so I will still not be able to compete. If those 3 guys or just 2 of them want to come back and they want to keep the name, they are welcome to do so. But as of now, there are no definitive plans for season 4 in the Wireless Jacks at all. I think that rumor might have got started a couple times because some people that didn't realize that I streamed every Sunday started realizing that I was streaming every Sunday with them.
I can imagine.
And so then the rumor might have got started that way, but there's been a couple times recently where I've heard Wireless Jacks are coming back season 4, and all 4 of us were like, we are? Well, I don't know.
And maybe some hope in there too.
For sure. It really surprises me. It's nice, but like it surprises me how many people say things like that. Like, oh, you guys are, you're really good. We'd be great to see you come back, and just compliments that I'm uncomfortable even saying out loud because it makes me like blush. But
I mean, it's true. I mean, there are very few teams, I would say, in VRML that are wholly voted for. There's always someone out there that's kind of waiting for you to lose. But I would say for the majority, especially for a couple teams, including Wireless Jacks, it was never, there was never any negativity when it came to your team as far as it just completely respectable by almost all of the community.
Thank you, man. That's something that we actively strove for. I mean, all of my guys knew that if the slightest bit of bad sportsmanship came out from any of us, I would kick them off the team immediately. Like we didn't do things that we tried very hard to not do things that were bad sportsmanship, and that was one of our goals. I think when Akami was an active member, he even said, I want us to be good, but more than anything, I want people to enjoy playing against us. And
absolutely.
So that was something that we really tried to maintain a reputation of. And I want to shout out Ignite as well, because they were always one of our favorite teams, and for that same reason, like they were always a really respectable team, and it was always a great time playing with them, and we never had anything bad to say about that team. And so we kind of, them being an older team, in a sense, kind of looked up to their reputation, was like, we want to kind of emulate that. And so it means a lot to hear that we pulled it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I feel exactly the same way. There's definitely teams that, as you're practicing and as you're scrimming.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Man, just a little butterfingers there. I don't know if it was a headbutt or he headbutted his own grab or just some broken grip buttons, but that was so close. But yeah, there's definitely some teams where you play them and you go, that would be an interesting match, but I don't really want to practice against them because you end up practicing against one team in particular.
Right.
If that makes it's like I really only need to practice against this team because this is the only team that's doing what they're doing.
Right.
Whether it's toxic play styles or just something unusual, it's kind of like, well, we could play them, we could scrim them, but really the only practice we're getting is practice against them.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And in some ways, even though you guys are very similar to that, like everyone wants to scrim you, no one would want to scrim you, but in some ways you alone do have that ability to, like, when we scrim against you guys, it's kind of like like we're practicing against normal stuff, but we're also going to be getting our fucking heads beat in every moment of this entire match. So it's nice because, like, you should know how to do it. It's a basic skill to be able to not get punched out, but to an extreme level when you're playing with you as an opponent.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, that teams look forward to playing against us for a specific reason, and that reason is often because we're a stun heavy team that's going to try to stop the stack, and that's one of our go-to strategies. It's enjoyable because that's largely my role, but at the same time, I don't like, one of the things about the Wild Shacks, like, none of us are heroes. Like, we all enjoy each other's stuff as much as our own, and so it's like I hate to say things like that because it diminishes. I don't want to diminish my teammates. I mean, Will is one of the best goalies in the league. Blitz and Venom are both some of the best team players. They're playmakers. Like, those guys. Blitz has the fastest slap in the league, and Venom, everyone knows that Venom is a playmaker. That man will give you an assist. He will make the play happen every time. Like, they're just great people to play with. So yeah, it's all great.
And just fuck Will when he's the goalie.
My point exactly. He's one of the best goalies out there.
Like, I love the guy if he's watching, but just fuck that guy, man. The amount of crap that he saves, where it's not even like a 1v1, or it's like, oh wow, you got reflexes. It's just dumb stuff where you're like, oh, there is absolutely no way he catches this, and then he just catches it.
He goes on these weird things where, like, he'll go on, like, save streaks too, which is inhuman looking. It's so crazy where he'll save it and it's like, oh, what did I save? And then he'll try to clear it and it doesn't get cleared. It goes right back into enemy hands, and then he'll just resave it immediately.
And there's something to say about that kind of style that he has. That the only goalie that kind of reminds me of that play style is Mad, where it's kind of a styleless goalie, if that makes sense. Like, they don't have a particular brand of goalie. They don't do anything particular. They're just kind of there, and they just catch stuff, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I know. I did a couple of as team captain. I did a few one-on-one sessions with each of my guys, and was like, what do you in particular want to work on? And the thing that when I did our one-on-one with me and Will, he told me that there was a particular angle of shot that he was really bad at catching, and so we spent like a half hour in the arena with just over and over. I would just take that angled shot at him over and over and over and over and over, and we practiced it. That was like all we did for like a half hour is practice that one shot, him saving that one shot, and ever since then, those shots don't get through anymore, and so it's.
Then that's usually why. It's just the lack of practice, and there's something to say. If you see these newcomers, or people that have been around a while, even that have, without negative connotation, a gimmick, let's say, something unique that they do that people know about. But then there's also the other side of, if that gimmick fails you, can you still be an asset to the team?
Yeah.
So for you, if your punches aren't working out, which rarely happens. It doesn't matter that if you miss a stack or you don't punch somebody, it's not like you fall apart. You still have the ability to position, to shoot. Look at even like players like Callan, who are like a marksman backboarder. His ability to hit like pyramid shots is ridiculous. But if that fails him, can he do all the other stuff? Yeah, and that's what makes the difference between having that gimmick and being and using it as a tool instead of as a crutch.
Yeah, I heard someone say to us recently, I forget who it was, that they were impressed with how easy we could rotate positions. Whereas, like, Will jumps out of goal, so one of us jumps immediately into goal, and like, not just goalie position, but just we were able to cover for each other whenever we needed to. Sir Captain Spoon, once again, same angle. That's apparently his sweet spot.
It's crazy.
But yeah, so I was like, oh, thanks, it's really cool. And then since they said that, I've noticed several times I'll see, Will jump out of goal to go chase a disc, and I'll immediately be there to already cover the goal for him before he even gets halfway there.
And not to fangirl even more about Wireless Jacks, but like even when I'm coaching, lower teams, and you guys have some of the best rotation on offense I've seen in Echo. I mean, not just your ability to position well, but your ability to position, fail, and then continue after it. And I don't know if you play a lot of Rocket League, but in Rocket League it becomes very, very important to be able to rotate. And I haven't seen that form of rotation from it's one thing to do it once, right? You lose the disc, you get it back because of your positioning, and you do it. But I've never seen a team like mess up 3 or 4 times, whether it's just getting stunned out or whether it's missing a shot, and immediately you're back in position because of your abilities. You guys your chemistry is so strong that like when you guys position yourselves and you make a mistake, whoever receives the disc, you just keep rotating through the exact same positions over and over again. So even when you have a bubble defense that's ridiculously strong and you're forcing mistakes, those mistakes get picked up by that rotation over and over again.
Yeah. Thanks.
Appropriate response.
Yeah, I mean, thanks. It's something that's something that we have, consciously worked on in practices and stuff. So it's cool to hear. Yeah, any new team that's listening, I guess this is a great time for me to plug every Sunday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern. I stream my POV of Wireless Jacks scrim.
For all players. I mean,
getting a little.
I'm no best player in the world, but I'm no slouch, and even I learn something every time I watch. So
thanks, man. So yeah, let's get away from that because it's enough talking about Wireless Jacks. We're way behind on. Yeah, dude, it's a little. We're way behind on chat here. So Thunderfoot 98 a long time ago was like for Wireless Jacks, not just for me. Get it right, Lord. Thunderfoot said, "Where's the beer? The beer is right here in my hand." And with that, cheers to you guys. Clink. To you guys being all of you in the chat that can hear me right now. I mean, KBJ510 saying, so how can we get that good sportsmanship transfer to people in pubs? I have no idea. I've done my share of yelling at the newbies that are assholes, and it doesn't work.
Wow, another long shot coming from the orange team.
That one from Brakara. Very nice. Brakara and Sir Captain Spoon. The first Beer League buddies, officially.
It's a 3, isn't it? It's a 3.
The answer to that question, KBJ510, is a easier reporting system.
That would be nice. I know Rad is working on that. So hopefully we'll be able to see that roll out soon. But yeah, how do you get good sportsmanship to transfer to people in pubs? The best thing I can say is to set an example. But unfortunately, the people that set an example are the ones that end up not being very loud, because that's what good sportsmanship means, not getting in your teammate's face all the time. So they're not going to notice you being a good sport, I guess. I don't know how to get those to transfer to pubs other than a reporting system. But then again, like, how much bad sportsmanship can you really report, unless it's like egregious acts of racism and stuff like that. Like, oh, you suck. I'm gonna report you. Like, you know, just ban children, says Lord
True.
VRML. I mean,
that I feel like we would end up banning you a little bit, Lord.
get called out. Thunderfoot says, always have the nice people in pubs. That's nice. It's good. So I'm glad that you feel that way, Thunder. Keep playing pubs. Pubs are a good spot. I mean, that's how everyone comes up at the beginning, at least. Jims apparently was playing for size. Now he's back in the chat. Now that she's back in the game. Thanks for filling in for her. Once again, Jims, right there, JEMS, the guy that designed that spinning logo that you saw at the beginning of the stream. You'll see it again here after this match. It's pretty dope looking.
Looks like Say Chaotic posting in chat, incoming Breaker of Things picture.
She said that, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, she hasn't posted. We're gonna take. Can you do polls in your chat yet? Should we throw up a poll of what we think Psych has broken in her play space?
I have no idea how to do that, but we can just say it and see people type.
Absolutely, do the old-fashioned way. I'm going second fan blade. That's what my guess is. Yeah,
I think most of us were gonna say fan. Yeah,
finished it off.
I don't know. She slammed her controller into something the other day. We did a privateers match. Oh, that's actually last night. We did a privateers match where we had all 4 beer league mods playing against whoever else signed up, and she had she got a brand new controller yesterday and then nearly shattered it. I think yesterday during that.
Really? Did she like crack it or something?
I don't know. She hit something and then she disappeared for like 30 seconds and seemed really pissed. And then we kept playing and I forgot to ask her about it later. So I don't know. But yeah, I'll go with it. Well, you say since everyone else is saying fan, I'll say it's a glass of some sort. It's a shot glass or a wine glass or something. And then let's see. Farther back here we got. What else do we miss here?
Oh, I thought I had that. What the?
Jim's
Don't we all,
Legend,
Jim?
Breaker
Yeah,
Things. Oh yeah, we're good. We're caught up. What's up, guys? Sounds like she needs a bigger play space. I mean, don't we all? Dude, my ceiling is only 7.5 feet tall because I live in a mobile home, and so my ceiling I'm touching my ceiling right now. I'm standing flat-footed on my floor and I'm touching my ceiling with my knuckles. Like, I have no room to jump. I would love a bigger play space.
Adam with a great save there. Let's see if they can pick it up for this third round. They kind of got their butts whooped a little bit in that second one.
But that, I thought it was going in. I was about to get super
excited. It was looking good.
Oh, nice interception by Arrow Knight. Arrow Knight pulling it forward. He's got someone on his tail. Does he even know it? He ducks. Gets stunned out. Sir Cap soon picks up, goes for the long shot through the tunnel, doesn't quite make it.
This is pretty impressive. Spoon has 21 points and now 22 stuns. At one point he was tied points to stuns in the game.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever tied stuns and points.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Got to call out Bricara, though, for having 35 stuns, way ahead of anyone else. The nearest to her on that is Arrow Knight and Sir Captain Spoon, who both have 22.
Sammy being a little bit of a pacifist with only 1 stun there.
No way. No way.
Unless she had left and come back.
She had to have, because we saw her score earlier. Or wait, was that the first match?
I think, was that this game or was that last?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Match? Another mail slot attempt there. This is a very long shot. Oh, good steal.
Oh, attempted cut, not quite
Almost.
able to. Matt Miko. Oh, I thought he dropped for a second. He looked weird there. Matt Miko unable to catch that. Is a little high. Arrow Knight juking around, going for the pass to Adam. Adam takes it in, but Ding Ring steals it. Sammy Gabby gets the disc with her head, but is picked right back up by the orange player. Sends it down into the blue team trench. She's bouncing up slowly. Oh no! Orange team there to pick it up again.
Half the time we were talking, Sammy was gone. So apparently Sammy did drop at some point, which might have been why it was like 20 to something.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also, nuh-uh, Lord, you. Or whatever.
That was a great comeback.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm just here to support you.
I'll drink to that. Cheers. Clink.
Cheers.
You did, Lord. How does it feel?
Matt, Miko. Guys, we have a goalie.
Oh, man.
Open goal. 3 blue players in the bubble. Best goalie NA. The
Ding ring?
Dinger.
There we go.
You got one behind you. Don't worry, that's it.
Going for the special bounce shot. Almost off the... Oh! Tried to get sneaky with it with a headbutt. I think that was 3 shots on goal from Boston, cleaned up by Bracara there.
Is he going?
The trash pickup from a teammate is always like the most appreciated thing. So it's like, oh, I just did this thing and it was supposed to be really cool, but it was terrible. And you're like, and then you realize, oh, thank God, one of my teammates is there to pick up for my mistakes.
That's just a pass, you know.
Yeah.
It goes from crazy shot to fancy pass real quickly. It's a blur. It's a gray line.
Exactly. Every bad every bad shot is a perfect pass to a teammate who may or may not have been there to pick it up.
Right. I mean, at that point, it's just their fault for not being where
Exactly.
they needed
It's attacked client is what is wobbling up and down. What do you mean?
to. Also remember for the 16 people in chat right now, you do have your channel points. Some good stuff. Gil added, what I think, Clink, talk about it. I don't think we've seen a talk about it yet tonight.
And there's something else too, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Cast, damn it.
Yeah,
Toast.
cast, damn it. Toast and talk about it. Yeah, right there at the bottom left of the chat, the bottle caps is the channel points here for the Beerly podcast. You can redeem those for various chat interactions with me and Phenom, if you so desire. Nice long shot there, 3-pointer open goal from Arrow Knight just after halftime. Blue team finally scores something, and Lord wants us to talk about. All right, I see you, Lord.
You don't have to use channel points for that.
I'm not even sure. Should I feel insulted by that? Am I supposed to just shut up for the rest of the cast and let you do it?
Please no. Somebody's got to stop me at some point.
So, Lord, does Faye ramble a lot? Since you're his teammate, let's spill the beans. Give the deets, as they say. Oh, we're supposed to be bringing back certain terms. Forgot, like groovy and stuff.
Are we? Was that an official thing?
I don't know. We'll say it is. Arrow Knight with the assist from Sammy Gabby. Now their team is only down by 1 goal, 3 points. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time to come back. Blue team making their move right now.
There was a lot of topics covered there, Gator. And to be fair, we were just passing in a private, like we were just hanging out. It's not like I brought Lord in there.
Yeah,
like, hey,
he was just preparing for being on the Beerly podcast. That's all. It was a warm up exercise.
Blue team sucks ass. Blue team sucks. You jumped him.
man, now who's fucking getting roasted?
Oh. Well, Boston's going to take that goal up. Oh, nice assist. Almost. Orange team player was looking for the... Ooh, I'm not even going to finish the sentence because that was a really nice pass up from Lanzan to Boston for the high dunk there on top of the goal. You cannot stop those. Those are crazy. You're just sitting there on top of the goal, wait for the pass. Pass came up. Goalie thought it was a missed shot. Guy on top of the goal picks up, slams it in above the goalie's head. Very nice.
Okay, so in an unfortunate turn of events, my fiance has just figured out that my RGB lighting in my in my apartment, you know, like just like RGB lighting, it comes with like a little remote that changes the colors on it.
Yep.
Well, apparently our TV remote also has the same IR frequency.
Oh no.
So she's just randomly changing the colors of my RGB lighting
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you for the strobing rainbow
I
effect.
can hear her like laughing hysterically in the background.
Yeah.
Tell her to wait like another 3 minutes, and then you'll be on camera, and she can do it for the stream.
I thought she was messing with me the whole time. I didn't know how she was doing it, and then I realized she was just changing the channels on the TV, and didn't know what was happening.
That's amazing. That makes me want to test mine, because I've got RGB with a little remote control as well on my PC. It makes me want to try to use my TV remote and see if it actually changes the colors of mine as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Apparently, I'm just going to cast this in a neon strobe.
You're definitely going to cast this right now because, you know, I'm going to use the bathroom.
All right.
Back to you, Faye.
Sounds good. Good score by Boston there. Still a close game here going into 3. I think the best effort they've done in the past 3 rounds here.
You're gonna bounce it off the invisible Geo and win.
See what plays blue team has in store, if any. We're in game 2. Most players probably still have their wits about them, depending on pre-game levels and what they've been knocking back.
Oh my god.
So we should see some semblance of organization. Looks like a standard split play. Covered, immediate slap. See if Arrow can do some fancy juking. Just missed by a lot. Adam recovering. Ditch pass, but recovered by Lanzan. Gonna make a slow fadeaway clear. Almost grabbed by Spoon. Matt Miko picks it up. Goes for the ceiling pass. Just out of reach of Sammy Gabby. Boston picking it up. Going for the clear and boost. They do have a leech, but that's going to bounce up high. Matt recovering. Trying to take a pretty ballsy shot there on an open goal. Orange team recovering it again. Another clear. This time sending it through. Bouncing center. Let's see who's going to stack up first here. Doesn't look like a lot of stacks, actually. Just a lot of free-floating players. Orange team. Oh, the Joker train coming in successful. I know there's some talk about whether the Joker train is a legitimate technique, but in that bubble, there's a reason that it works.
All right, time to drink. Sip time, just in case.
Joker train, for the record, is not illegal in VRML. We get that question a lot. It is not a legitimate strategy. It is a bullshit strategy, but it is not illegal.
Used correctly, it is a very valuable tool.
Dude, the Joker train has been such a controversial thing for so long. The other day we were playing and I grabbed the disc and immediately had the opportunity to use my teammate as an anchor point to shift direction, and I was in front of the goal. And so I used it. And as soon as I did, I was not Joker training. I simply changed direction and position using my teammate, but doing it made me feel dirty because of how controversial Joker training is.
I definitely think it's been stigmatized by the more toxic of our population for sure. There's a line between even like the namesake of our group here, alcohol. There's definitely a way to use it correctly, but it can be stigmatized to make it something worse than it is.
For sure. And that is the end of the second match of the night. Orange team did take all 3 of those rounds, and we will be moving into the Brews in the News section of the show here momentarily. But they hit the rematch button real fast, so I did not get a chance to get those stats up on screen for you guys, so I apologize for that. But that is the end of the second match of the night. We've got 2 more matches planned for the night. We did follow Team 1 for both first 2 matches. We were supposed to be following Team 2, but Psychotic is a bad mod and she failed. And so we are going to be looking for the link from Team 3, which is Prime, Breezebow, Sir Dimly, and Summer. And I believe Boombox 7 joined late tonight, that team. So hopefully they will be sending us an invite soon. But while we're waiting on that, we're going to go ahead and switch now to Brews in the News. And Phenom, I'm going to go ahead and let you take the first one on this A Beer on a Bud article. Welcome to Brews in the News.
Is there a Brews in the News graphic?
Yes,
All
we're
right.
in. We're in it.
All right, perfect.
We are live, face cams and everything.
What are we doing? We're doing
What's up, guys? Yeah, do the Budweiser thing first. Beer.
These are both kind of short. There's no story to these, more or less. But 2 articles that I found here. First one being Budweiser. They're going a beer on a bud. They posted actually I don't know if you scroll down at the kind of the midsection, they actually put out an advertisement. I don't know if you know the Budweiser, like the horse and the dog, right there at the bottom. They tweeted out an advertisement of the horse and the dog like running to each other dramatically during COVID. So they're doing a thing where if you sign up the first 10,000 people that register on abeerinabud.com and you can upload a picture of the I've got vaccinated sticker, they will send you a $5 debit card for you to buy yourself a beer with your buddy.
So it's like a Beer League Buddies thing, right? Is that what that means? Beer League Buddies is
Correct.
All about Budweiser?
Correct. And let's see here.
Yeah, we're watching.
This is from April 15th. This is they posted this article yesterday, so you could be possibly one of those 10,000 people. It only came out just yesterday.
That horse's tail is so short. I have no idea if it's even legal for me to play this ad right now.
Yeah, I guess
The sound's off. That should be good enough, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that's good
it is.
enough.
There's like a Queen song. Yeah.
All right. So that's our first article of the night.
Here's your first article.
Second article of the night. White Claw just announced that they're launching a high alcohol hard seltzer called Surge for the 2021 summer session. Now, I saw an article. I wanted to use this article for Brews in the News tonight, and I couldn't because they were requiring me to let them do the ad blocker and bullshit like that. So I was like, fuck that shit. So I went back to this WTRF.com because they didn't require me to use an ad block. So good on them. They get my click. Their website does not. But the other website was like, they said something about White Claw is coming out with a harder alcohol, so all these millennials can stop pretending that it's healthy or something like. It was a funny article title. But yeah, so White Claw this summer, I just announced this. I don't know if y'all can see that text on the screen. It's pretty small. But White Claw just announced this summer they're coming out with a new higher alcohol content drink called Surge, which was already a really high sugar soda from like the 90s that was awful. Yeah, it has 8% alcohol compared to the 5% typical White Claw, according to the company. It will only be available in single 16-ounce cans priced at $2.99 in blood orange and cranberry flavors. I don't know. That can't be a universal price. Like that's got to be a price for a certain area of the country or something. But also contains 2 grams of sugar. Yeah. Additionally, White Claw Hard Seltzer is also launching its flavor collection number 3 variety pack. The new mix features fan favorite mango, new flavors strawberry, pineapple, and blackberry. And as always, each can of hard seltzer comes at 5% ABV, 100 calories, only 2 grams of sugar. So yeah, the new White Claw Surge comes out with alcohol in it as 8%, not 5%. So that's what's up with that. Back to you, Phenom.
I mean, what is your opinion on White Claw, Sergio?
I've never even had one. I have no idea.
I'm right with you there. I can't say I've had one.
I hear that they're the bitch drink, but I don't know.
Have you had Mike's? I'm sure you've had like a Mike's.
Oh yeah, Mike's
hard lemonade, right?
Hard lemonades are pretty good.
Have you had the Mike's harder?
Don't think so.
It's basically the same concept. Instead of 5% there, it's an 8% Mike's Hard called Mike's Harder. And I will say they do pack quite a bit more punch than the normal Mike's Hards do. So
nice. All right. Well, whenever you are ready, you can go ahead with this third article here.
So we got the second one. My second one, third one of the night here. Yeah, I mean, if you can read the title, that's pretty much what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
All right. So Bush wants to pay your dog $20,000 to try its beer. So Bush is opening a promotion up right now where you can send in a picture of your dog with a Bush beer, and they will take all of the submissions. And if your dog is chosen, your dog will become the official taste tester of Bush's new canine friendly beer, and they'll give you $20,000 in payment.
Dog beer.
So if your dog has, terrible taste in beer, you can sign up for this and maybe win some money.
So basically, they're taking the term dog water and they're monetizing it.
I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that would be some decent marketing if they really thought about it like that. Somebody come out with dog water beer.
I didn't get booted.
All right.
I think my team's fucking
So that is all we have tonight for Brews in the News. Fan favorite B-Love unfortunately isn't here tonight that I'm aware of, as that is his favorite section of the night. But yeah, new graphics and shit. Look at this. I got a scrolly marquee and all this. It's super cool. All right. So yeah, we will be joining the next match. I'm actually already in. I just sent Phenom the link. Phenom, check your DMs.
Yep, I got it.
We'll be switching to that momentarily. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and switch to this. We're gonna switch off this Brews in the News to this other thing. This one right here.
Wait, what?
We're still gonna see our face cams, but now it says starting soon.
Looks like we're getting a double cast again. We're sticking with Boston, Sir Captain Spoon, Bakar, and Lanzan.
That is because this is we didn't actually follow this team. We were supposed to follow team 1 and 8, and then the next match was supposed to be 2 and 5 or something. We ended up not getting to that match because we weren't provided links ahead of time. This match we are in, and we're seeing the orange team again, but that is by coincidence. They just happened to be in the last match, which we double cast. So now they're in this match, which we double cast.
Makes
Ooh, I
sense.
just got a Team 4. Oh, dope. Captain Wigglepants just sent his link in. Oh, your camera's down here. Just sent his link in for Team 4. So our 4th match is already set. Thank you, Captain Wigglepants, for being ahead of the game on that.
This game we're playing Onion. It appears on the top.
Yes, that is Sir Dimwee. He has that setting changed on his stuff. I don't know. There's a way that there's a button you can push and you can change the name of your team and stuff. And he's got spectator camera or account or something. I don't know. Something to do with Onion. It always follows Sir Dimwee. So blue team is renamed Onion because it's Sir Dimwee right now.
It wouldn't have worked anyways.
Joining Team Onion here is Breezebo, Prime, Summer, Sir Dimwee himself, and Zach W.
And Zach W is an add-in. He's not actually on the schedule, so he must have joined late. So that's cool. Got him in for the night.
Yeah, I did see they tagged him for that. Matt Miko with 100 biddies there.
Whoa!
Team 1 drunkest team.
Thank you, Matt Miko. Oh, dang. I guess now that we've done with the Brews News, we can go back and look at this the chat. We had a lot of chat here during all that.
Oh, yeah, we missed quite a bit of chat there.
Let's see.
He's fucking pissed off.
Faces. That's right. What's up, Becca? Becca is a lovely person. Be looking forward to seeing her at the Beer League Camping Trip again this year.
So number 3, so we got Prime.
Psychotic says, talk about this is out of stock. That doesn't make any sense. Don't know why that would say that. I actually adjusted the settings for that particular channel point reward before the stream went live, so I'm a little confused why it says that.
Looks like we missed a toast to my Gorilla Tag skills.
Hey!
I don't know if to write home about, but I'll take that, Matt.
And we're on camera, so you gotta like cheers me for real.
Yeah, because we're gonna fuck you up.
Cheers and Jeep.
Cheers, clink.
Yeah, we are. Let's go, team. All
We're
right,
gonna mess
everyone
you
ready
guys
to
up fucking
clink,
bad.
clink,
I've actually never played Gorilla Tag. I hear great
Oh,
things
you
about
got
it. Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing to.
Gil's
No,
fucking
we
leaving this
sit
dude.
out.
I mean, I can't say that because there's already tournaments, but
We'll 3v5.
it's very simple. It's kind of you're just you're a gorilla, and you slap around on the ground and you touch other people. It's tag.
I
It's real
remember-
simple, basic.
I remember Lemmy talking about it at one of the OCs. I remember hearing about how he was talking to David about it and stuff. It sounded so dumb. It's like just no way. But I mean, it's become so popular in beer league, especially like. You get, it's a fun post beer league game. I hear. So I've
I tell you
actually
though, I can play like 3-4 hours of Echo, on my feet. I don't really care. But within 20 minutes, half an hour of some actual gorilla tag, I'm sweating. My arms were sore for the first time in a long time after playing gorilla tag for like the first couple times. I mean, it's those dumb arm circles that they used to make you do, like, oh, Al, I know our age different a little bit, but in like gym class where you do the little dumb
Yeah,
arm circles.
it told you it was an exercise, and it was
Yeah,
like
you're like,
the
what's
stupidest
this?
thing.
You
Yeah.
keep doing it and your arms start burning. It's basically that in game form because you're just swinging your arms in a circle pretty much the whole time.
Nice. Well, we are switched back to the game here. No face cams anymore as these teams are starting round 1 of set 3 for the night. We missed the cheers, so we were busy enjoying each other's lovely faces and talking to the chat. But here we go. Round 1, set 3 of the night. Sir Captain Spoon loses it. Someone else, Breezebo, picks it up, sends it all the way down into the orange zone, and that is actually going to get kind of close to the goal. As blue team goes for the headbutt on the speed there. Zach just missing it, doesn't quite make it in. Sir Captain Spoon going to pick it up, gets stolen by Prime, sort of maybe. Prime goes for the shield. Sir Captain Spoon, smart about it, doesn't punch him. Uses it as an anchor point instead. Disc is loose in the blue side of the arena. Orange team isn't going to get their first. Breezebo has a shot at an open goal. Is he going to take it? He's not. He's going for the pass, which might have been smarter. Sir Captain Spoon puts it in for the 2-pointer. First goal of the game.
I think this is going to be a close game. I like the stacks of these teams. I think it's going to be a really good game here.
Very nice. So yes, thank you,
Game
Matt
number
Miko,
3.
for those 100 bits for Team 1 Drunkest Team. Gator Rich, what is the button to push to change your team name? I don't actually know. I've always wanted to look into that, to do it for myself, and I never remember to do it. So yeah, let's see. Is blue team holding anyone back? Or do they have? Yeah, they are. Good. Good
Yeah,
sports,
I think
blue
they
team.
are there. Yeah, that's always good.
They do have 5 members, whereas the orange team only has 4. So the blue team will rotate one person in for after each goal to keep one person out of the arena to make it a fair 4v4. Sir Captain Spoon go for the shot, but Sir Dimwee, the goalie, one of the OG goalies of the game, Sir Dimwee, famous for his casting ability now. Previously, of note, was on Team Nova, one of the, we talked earlier about how Wireless Shacks is a pretty beloved team. Team Nova was, I dare say, even more beloved than we were. They were our quote-unquote, we like to say that we were, oh, nice.
Wow.
That's
Again
crazy.
with Spoon,
I know
man.
it.
It's like the 5th or 4th one
That's,
that we've seen tonight.
Getting a little ridiculous here, Sir Captain Spoon. Let someone else score them long threes. Yeah, so Team Nova in Season 2 and Season 1, or not Season 2, in Season 1 and preseason, Team Nova, we like to say, was our sister team, just because it was SN, Sir Dimwee, Venom, and Zesper, and Arthur Guinness, and we used to scrim them at least once a week, and actually before our final match together, we did a cheers on cast, similar to the beer league around the nest cheers. So a little homage to ourselves there, I guess. But yeah, Team Nova then broke up, and we recruited Venom to Wireless Shacks, and Sir Dimwee went to casting, and yeah, that's how most people know Sir Dimwee now is for the casting. But he is a OG goalie for sure.
Yeah, it's very nice as a team just to have another team where you know that you're always down to scrim. It's very nice just to have that kind of backup team. And Beer League has some teams in there that you can just message and be like, hey, we just need a quick scrim. You guys free? And just the ability to get something together without having to do a whole lot of work for it just makes it a lot easier.
For sure. The teams here having a pretty good brawler battle over on the blue side before that was finally cleared out. Picked up by the blue team. Summer ends up coming away with it and shoots the two-pointer on the stunned goalie there from the orange team. So Team Onion making its first 2 points of the game. Very nice.
Oh, I just saw Lord's quote. Thank you, Lord. See what Orange Team's gonna do here. Looks like another. Oh, Boston with his signature move there. I mean, at this point, I think we've seen him do it more than Jay Walker. So I think we can attribute it. You know, it's one thing to quote unquote invent it, but it's another thing to master it.
That's right. And as I've said before on the Beerly podcast, it may be Jay Walker's move, but I saw Boston do it first. Therefore, it will always be Boston's move in my mind. But yeah, we played him. I played a private match yesterday with him, and even knowing that he does that move, I still punched his shield as he did it on me.
It's effective. I mean,
it's very effective.
I've tried to do it on numerous occasions, and it is not as easy as it appears to be. A lot of times you end up just sending it into the block and realizing that the amount of touch he has to do, he has to really time that speed, because if he throws it too hard on that block, it's going to bounce up before he gets there. So he makes it look really easy, and it's just kind of like, oh, he's just bouncing off the block, but there's some technique to that.
For sure. It definitely takes good aim. I mean, I say that, but I'm like, saying that as sorry about the cameras there, folks. I say that as someone who has never been known for having good aim. I take a lot of long shots, and I probably make about 10% of them. I'm pretty bad at aiming the disc. I can pass fantastic, but I cannot make a shot, which is dumb because I can hit my teammate that's halfway across the arena moving at speed, and I can hit them eye through the needle, but making a shot from anywhere is much more of a challenge for me.
I actually had that same issue, and now I consciously make the thought when I'm on open goals, I consciously tell myself to pass it to goal.
Nice.
So when I take shots, I do them as if they're passes. I consciously do that because I know that if I overthink the shot, I'm gonna miss it. So if I just pretend there's a dude that I need to back pass it to goal, I make them way more often than I normally would.
Nice. I'll have to try that. Oh, off the teammate's head.
Hate to see it.
I think we got leached. Yep.
Boost race there. Prime stunning out Land. That was going to be a dangerous move if Land could get free there.
Yeah. Definitely a victory for the brawler there. Lands in almost. Ooh, Zach. I think he tried to back it out for a 3, but was so close that it was hard to tell if he made it. He did not. It ended up being a 2-pointer, but still brings his team within 1 goal.
Barely made it.
Barely made it.
Got it.
That's just the name of a James Bond movie.
Team Onion coming back a little bit here. Still the first round of this match, trying to figure out the other team. So there's a good potential they could come back from this, especially with Zach W on rotation. Making sure they capitalize on their plays. They could definitely pull this out.
Especially with 4:20 on the clock here is
Boston with a fancy new technique.
Yeah, it's going
with the mail shot. That's exactly what I meant there.
You're going for a bit of an angled, maybe an experimental pass. Self-pass he's trying out to throw people off.
Place to do it.
Yeah, Beer League is a great place to practice weird things. Beer League is where I learned how to cast. Beer League is where I learned how to play upside down. I mean, Beer League is a place, if you're gonna try experimental things and you're on a VRML team, Beer League is the place to try those things because it's much less serious and much more forgiving if you mess up.
And if you're watching and you're not in Beer League and you're an adult and you're playing Echo, it's also a good place to learn because there's some very good players, and being able to play with when I started Beer League, I was not the player that I was today, And the ability to play with players well above your caliber in a completely casual setting is, especially with the help of some inebriation, is a great place to not only have fun but kind of learn in the process.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear the laughter coming through. Like, no matter how far a team is down, if you pay attention to the background noise of these cats, you'll always still hear the laughter coming through. Gator backing you up there saying, true, he has improved due to beer league. Yeah. You know,
You think, Lindsay?
I think most people will say 1,000 times, if you give us a chance, that you will learn much more in a private match than you will in a public match. And when you join a community of people that enjoy playing the game, that are of like mind and similar mindset, that getting in privates with them, whether they're better than you or not, getting into private matches with people that you can play with and not have to worry about toxicity is going to improve your skills so much more, because the game's just become much more competitive at that point. Competitive, I shouldn't say competitive. I should say more serious while still being fun. Like, they're not pubs. Pubs are a great place to introduce you to every aspect of the game except competitive team play. Private matches, you will improve so much better once you get the basics down. And Beer League's a great place for that, because we've got people of all skill levels, and we host private matches all the time. So yeah, there's always privateers. That privateers role is getting pinged all the time for private matches to get spun up. So yeah, it's a good place to learn for sure.
I always say that there's like 3 levels of learning. There's the basic being able to do the thing you want to do, right? Whether it's make a shot, whether it's make a pass, the ability to skillfully do that. Then there's step 2, which is knowing what skills to do, knowing that I have to learn how to pass. I have to learn how to shoot, doing anything like that, and knowing what to train on. But the third one that I find really important in some of these situations is the ability to know the things you need to know to train for. Because it sounds dumb, but like, if you'd never see a person regrab, and nowadays it's like, when I started, it was kind of a bonus. If you found a teammate at the lower level that could regrab, that's great. You know how to regrab, I don't have to teach you, blah blah blah. But now it's an absolute necessity. It's like you need to know how to do that to even be at the kind of a bottom level in VRML. So it's the ability to know that kind of stuff, and playing with unique players like you, or even like Link specifically, his play style, the ability that he has to like rotate and do some stuff that only he can do. Like, I would have never known to even practice that, because it never even existed in my mind that someone could do that.
Right. So I've been playing long enough that I can remember when regrabbing was like kind of a mind-blowingly new technique. And now it's like, if I'm coaching someone or just even giving them advice, one of the things that I'll always say is the fastest team is going to win almost every time. The team that can boost better is going to win. And it's not that it's the only thing that's important, but it is so important that if your team can't boost very well, you don't stand a chance.
And the 4v4 has definitely introduced that. And while we were talking, it looks like Onion has actually pulled it off, and they came back and won that first match.
Yeah, they did. And KBJ510 saying that's what boot camps are for, teaching skills. That's right. There are actually several different programs currently set up, including in Echo Games Discord. There is a boot camp, weekly boot camps that are available for newer players to join and learn new skills. There's also I had T-Towel Gaming on he was my co-host a couple weeks ago. He actually cast Echo Arena in Mandarin, which I think may be a first ever, so that was super cool. But he also has spun up his own. He's got his own server going where he teaches lessons. There's also the Arena Academy server, and there's, plenty of different coaches around VRML and Beer League and different places that, servers that aren't necessarily set up just for coaching, but certainly have plenty of coaches and people willing to teach other people. So there's definitely a lot of, if you want to learn how to play the game well, there are always places for you to find that can help you in that regard.
I think KBJ. That's where I knew that name from. KBJ being one of the boot camp runners. I think I see KBJ on Facebook a lot on the Echo page.
Yeah, she's a community member that in the. Hey, there's B Love. A little late to the game, buddy. Did you miss Bruce in the news? B Love, I had like visuals and new graphics and everything. Man, I was so excited. I think you might be a little late. Yeah, you missed it, man. You have to go back and check the VOD later. Yeah, got new visuals and stuff.
Here's a quick recap. If you sign up for Budweiser, if you got the vaccination, Budweiser will give you $5 to share a beer with someone if you're the first 10,000. And also, Bush is looking for dog taste testers to taste test their new beer.
Also, White Claws are increasing for the summer. They are coming out with a new line of White Claw that is 8% instead of 5% alcohol. So yeah, those are the 3 articles we went over, and you have to go back and look, B-Love, because I got new graphics and shit, and I was so excited because I know that's your favorite thing. On this round, however, round 2 right now, round 2 of set 3 of the night, Zach W. coming in clutch and getting 2 easy 3-pointers within the first minute and a half of the game. So,
yes, very. It's very different from the last match we had with almost no zeros. This board is looking like it is full of zeros. I mean, we're only 1 round in here, but it's quite holy.
Quite holy. That is indeed true. Yeah, we were saying earlier, KBJ, someone in the Echo Games Discord server, the main Echo community hub that promotes and helps run various community event things. That is super cool, especially for people that are new to the community and looking to learn some stuff. Appreciate efforts from all of our community members that do things like that. It's very cool. It's one of the reasons why our community is so good. Beer League is 100% community run. Essend started it, and there's no outside corporations involved here. This is all community spun up from the bottom up, run by a bunch of buddies that got together and made a group that could drink alcohol and play on Fridays. Now we've got a podcast and over 200 members. We've got 8 teams going now, and it's just craziness, man. It's crazy. Nate Alpson's back. What's up? Doc Education just released Echo Arena Skills Map version 0.7, codifying skills needed in Echo. I don't even know what that means.
I imagine it's just kind of a template of basic and advanced skills.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. KBJ, if you got a link, you can go ahead and post that in chat or send it to me in a DM on Discord. I'm Gilligan, #0585. Send me that link if it's a link, and I can put it in the chat if you can't. I'm not sure if links are enabled in the chat right now. Yeah, so we got Beer League, we got the VR Party League, we got all the boot camps and the pickup nights and all the stuff that's run elsewhere through the Echo Game server. We got the Arena Academy. We also have VRML, of course, the premier competitive league for Echo Arena community. It is entirely community run. It was founded by an Onward player, run by a few Onward players for a while, and then since they have, moved their growing expertise into the Echo community, invited by Echo community members, we have brought Echo players like myself and Princess and several other Echo players in to help run the league, and very much community runs where all these casters, all of our casters are community members and Echo players. I mean, it's just completely from the ground up. It's all community run. VRML is awesome for that reason. It is also the premier competitive league. So if you're looking for a real way to compete hardcore or even casually down at the lower levels, it's fine. Join VRML. It's awesome. VRMasterleague.com. Thank you, Phenom. Phenom in the chat saying, let's go. Subscribe to Prime. Phenom's awesome. Oh, wait. Phenom is my co-host for the night. What's up, Phenom?
Nothing much. I'm just looking at the skill map. This is really good. I really like this, and it's actually on Ecopedia too. So it's not some. It might be fan made, but this is some good work.
Dude, I totally forgot about Ecopedia. Ecopedia, that's right. That's another thing. Ignite is completely community run. Ignite is a group of dudes that do all kinds of awesome shit with Echo stuff, including inventing the Ecopedia. And as far as I know, they invented it, and it's edited by several community members, so it's super cool.
Yeah, and what we use almost every day is the Ignite, now what, Spark, their Ignite bot renamed, that casters kind of rely on nowadays to do what they do.
Yeah, IgniteBot Personal, aka Spark, now is the tool that we're using to get into these matches tonight as spectators. So it's very cool. I do have the link here from KBJ as well as Gems. So thank you guys for sending me those links in the DMs. They were also posted in the chat there, looks like, so you guys can check it out there.
The Ignite Spark also with the feature of the audio, the stadium audio, developed by one of our own, I Blow It Sports. If you're on PC or you have some wireless headphones you use for Quest, I believe, as well. Make your normal Echo audio. You can pump any audio source into the Echo arena, like it's coming from the arena itself.
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty awesome. I haven't actually tested that out yet, but
Oh my god, it's awesome. I used it all the time when I was playing pubs, and it makes it so that you can, especially if you listen to a lot of music, you can play the music, but normally it's kind of interferent with the audio of a lot of times being like, oh, I gotta turn this down, I can't hear what people are saying. But because it's coming from the arena itself, it makes it a lot of a different experience. So you can still play your music at a pretty decent volume and completely understand everything people are saying around you, while having that kind of 3D sound of it coming and reverberating through the blocks and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. Gator Rich in the chat confirming that it's awesome, and Nate Appleton saying that's awesome makes me think that Nate Appleton may be looking for how to run that. So Nate Appleton, if you've used it and you're saying it's awesome, that's awesome. If you're saying that's awesome and you'd like to try it out, it is on it's integrated with Spark.
Nate, I think with Quest 2, I could be wrong here, probably better sources of information, but I'm pretty sure you need to have some wireless headphones. Yeah, you got to have some kind of wireless ability to basically play it from your computer to the headset itself. So I think they're working on some stuff to try to be able to do that, but the problem is with Quest not being able to run 2 apps at once, it kind of delayed the production of that.
And with that 3-pointer, blue team did just officially mercy orange team. However, it looks like the mercy rules turned off for this match, so they're going to keep playing. But blue team onion team here did just score 20 unanswered points, which according to VRML rules is a mercy win.
I do believe, and I could be wrong here, you are a mod, but I do believe mercy off is one of the designated rules for Beer League.
It may be. I have no idea, to be honest. I don't think it is.
I mean,
but it might be.
It makes sense, though. I mean, not to call you out, but you are one of the...
I am. I mean, I wrote the rules myself.
That doesn't really play Beer League.
Well, to be fair, for any of you Letterkenny fans, yeah, there we go. I only missed like 7 beer leagues from the first beer league up until like November of last year. So for like the first year like 14 months of beer league, I missed almost none of them. But I've been casting them for several months. So yeah, I don't play them anymore. But
ABJ saying he was drunk when he wrote the rules.
I may have been. The world will never know. Maybe because I can't remember. But the rules are set. I don't actually think
Now
having mercy rule
22
off
to
is a
0.
rule, but I'm unsure enough to not call it out. I'm gonna go check right now because now you got me wondering.
So
I tried.
I'm still on.
Oh wait, we have all 4 now. Red.
Podium settings. 12-minute clock, 15-second respawn, 12-second launch timer. Ooh, that's a little off. 3 rounds all played regardless of who wins. Open comms, disc not curved. Mercy rule off is not a rule. Ha ha ha. So they set that themselves.
I think that's just been a an unwritten rule then. All the
It may be. We
Premier
do
League I
have.
played, we've always done that.
Yeah, that it may be. We do have several unwritten rules, such as when you have a team of 5 versus a team of 4, you rotate your players so that it's always 4v4 in the arena. Someone sits in the tunnels.
Speaking of mercies, we are now up to 24 to 0.
And yeah, Gator, it makes sense. You always thought you were supposed to turn it off because the points don't matter. And that's right, the points don't matter. We don't record the scores. It doesn't matter who wins the first 2 matches. All 3 are played regardless because this is a league for fun. It's not a competitive league at all. We have new teams each week. It's just whoever wants to sign up can get randomly assigned to a team pretty much. I do my best to balance them, but the longer this goes on, the more people join, the less people I'm familiar with, and so the more inaccurate the teams may get. However, I feel like we've had a fairly decent balancing tonight. We did see that one round in particular where the game was won on a last-second shot. So
yeah, and the first game of these people was pretty close. So, Orange team just maybe feeling the effect. There we go, first point of match. Maybe feeling the effects of their inebriation a little harder than the first match, possibly.
Yeah, it's reasonable. Also, keep everyone at about the same time. What? Oh yeah. I get you. Yeah, Jim's saying it makes sense to not turn off the mercy rule because that makes the matches last the same amount of time. Therefore, the next matches can start at roughly the same times. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm sure that's what we were thinking when we decided that.
Jim's saying, "Hey, orange team losing just means orange team drinks better than blue." That's a fair point.
Real question is, do they have any zeros? That's what really
let's check.
Lots of zeros.
Good point.
I mean, we can give Onion a pass only because they have 5 players instead of 4, but still.
Okay. Wait, hold up, though. There's no way Laneson has no points, no assists, and no steals. He had to have dropped at some point.
He has 25 stuns, though.
Rookie numbers for 1 round. Hey, what's up, Newton Dad in the chat? What's up, Boozer, he says. What's up, Boozers, is what he actually said. Newton, we were talking about you earlier tonight. We were saying how much, it's cool that you were kind of instrumental in getting the Echoholic stream channel running, and now you are a VRML caster, and it's pretty neat. So,
good work.
Newton Dad, actually a co-caster on this channel for this Beer League podcast a few weeks ago at this point. Don't know when exactly it was, but he's been on here before. It was cool.
I like how
If I can get I can never remember which button to hit on the camera, so I apologize to the chat for that craziness that just happened. Who's gonna win, yellow or blue? Yellow or blue?
Apparently, Neon has said through Becca, can confirm Mercy used to be in the rules at some point.
You got a picture. Didn't happen, bro. Also, it's orange, not yellow. I'm calling myself out on that one. I don't remember Mercy off ever being a rule.
I could have sworn it was.
Maybe. I'm doubting myself, but I don't think it was ever a rule.
And now that we have no one in particular in the chat, is there anything you'd like to say about, how amazing of a band Tool is?
How amazing what?
How amazing of a band Tool is.
Oh, Tool is... it's really not a competition. Like, there's Tool, and then there's everyone else. They're so far ahead of everyone else. They're amazing. Stinkfist is an awesome song, Nate Appleton. I was just listening to it yesterday, in fact, on my way home from work.
I find the ability to take a song like that, with the lyrics that it has, and have people listen to that song, and then show them the lyrics, and how surprised they are about it. And it just shows, like, how...
I don't have any booze that requires a bottle opener.
I think you just cut out there, buddy.
Oh, did my button fail me there?
Yeah, you said show them lyrics, and it just shows how, and you cut off.
It just shows how good of a lyricist Maynard is when you can take a song about an adult activity, let's call it there, and turn it into a song that sounds nothing like it.
Yes. Yep, indeed. Although that adult activity is also the metaphor, though. It's not
is true.
purely about that. But yes. But yes. We know that because we're very smart and cool people,
Yeah,
Baker.
you gotta have a certain amount of
IQ points and
exactly.
Cool
I didn't want to say it.
points.
I'll let you be the one to say it, but yeah.
cool points and IQ points and whatever else snobby that we could say.
I know. Hey, Lance, can I have this, please?
Yeah, dude. Danny Carey is one of the greatest drummers ever. I feel like whether or not you enjoy the band, no one can deny Danny Carey's skill as a drummer. He's ridiculously
Any of them,
good.
really, just as musical professionals, they are. I mean, that's like the whole last album was just them showing off, basically.
Yeah.
Jim's starting to quote. Yeah, don't. You might not want to.
Yeah, it is about that you know. It is the if you take them at face value, it is about anal fisting, but it's also that's also the metaphor for the society's tendency towards desensitization through overstimulation.
Yep, absolutely.
It's a statement on the way things are, yo. I don't know how to talk about it without sounding like a dick, so I have to make fun of it, even though it's still the greatest thing ever. Nice save there by Lanzan as we're going to switch to the game for a second. Disc loose in the blue zone. All right, that's enough of that. Back to tool. Oh, wait, I need a refill.
There's a quick transition from anal fisting back to the esports game we are casting currently.
Google, define segue.
Whatever this is.
Phenom. Talk about that
Yes, Gil?
that thing that you want to talk about while I go get another refill.
Can you remind me what that thing was?
I have no idea. I just literally make up anything and start talking about it.
Gotcha.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna redeem. I don't even. Can I redeem channel points on my own channel? I feel like I asked this question.
I was gonna say
time.
we got 18 people in chat. Somebody can talk about it.
All right, I'm gonna redeem. Talk about this, and you have to talk about squids.
Squids. Oh, night all. Let me pick those pictures. KBJ, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your night. No, it's not court-ordered community service. I believe you.
Oh my god.
All right, what should I say about squids here? Calamari, delicious. I don't unfortunately eat a lot of squid anymore. My fiance being allergic to shellfish, so the risk there is usually not worth the choice of putting her life in danger for some calamari. But it is good. I do love seafood. It's an unfortunate life I live now because she is very allergic. So anytime I get seafood, it's a big deal for me because I get to go out with other people specifically for it. Other than that, should we just look up some squid facts while we're at it here? Just really, really derail the entire cast. All right, we're looking up giant squid facts. Giant squid eyes are the size of frisbees. And there's a picture. They're quite large. The maximum length for a giant squid is about 43 feet. That is a big ass squid.
How big
And
is
to any
how
of
big
you-
is their ass on average?
The ass of a squid?
Yeah, how
I don't
big
think
ass
squids
is a
have
big ass squid's ass?
I'm not a biologist, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that they don't have asses.
Oh, so Dimway's headset died. That's a bummer. To be expected though, because PCVR is king, and wireless headsets they are the future, but it's a bleak and sad future. Jim saying squid asses are big enough for a raccoon to fit in. I bet that is an answer.
Whatever I stepped on, it is indeed bleeding.
I mean, you get what's the quote? You ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers.
I guess.
You have that. Oh gosh, no, the tape.
I missed all of it.
Apparently, their brains are donut shaped because their esophagus passes through the center of their brain.
I've actually heard that before, but forgot about it. That is a crazy thought to think about.
Why?
I don't want to make me feel bad.
Also, I'd like to point out that I don't think you derailed the podcast at all, considering that the podcast is not meant to be purely a cast. So,
Fair enough.
good job.
I shot, I was like, wait, I don't have it.
Nancy, are you okay? Who stepped on something? Did we die?
The first giant squid photo was taken from inside of a bathroom.
What?
1873 acquired a dead squid which he laid out in his shower curtain rod and preserved for posterity.
All right. That makes a little more sense when you actually elaborate.
And
Just-
I regret elaborating now.
I mean, just saying that, like, the first photo of a giant squid was taken from a bathroom. Like, it's like, what? Like, I just
Tell me,
imagine.
how many hearts does a squid have?
How many hearts does it have? It has, let's see, a giant
How many
squid.
hearts does a squid have?
It's got 3 hearts.
Are you looking at the material?
No, I just actually remembered that. Believe it or not. Dude, I think octopuses are octopi are one of the most amazing creatures ever to exist. So squids aren't that close. I know some facts about tentacle creatures.
So I'm gonna blow your mind here. The true correct form of multiple octopus is octopedes,
That's dumb. I'm not saying that.
because it's by foot. Ped is foot, so it's octofoot basically.
Okay.
It's octopus and octopedes. Like a centipede is like that, however many feet. An octopus and an octopedes
Interesting.
is the true form.
Hey, B-Love, you're still in the chat. So for those of you who missed it earlier, which I know B-Love is someone who did miss it because he wasn't here earlier, and Sir Dimwee as well, if you're still around. Jim's might have missed it as he was covering for Psy. So Nate Appleton also might have missed it because I know that Nate Appleton had to disappear for a while, but came back. Appreciate your viewership there. Between match 1 and match 2, well, so let me preface this by saying, for B-Love's sake, between match 2 and match 3, every week on the Beerly Podcast, we do Brews in the News. But this week, between match 1 and match 2, while we were doing the transition there, earlier in the week, yesterday in fact, Link One, famous player, member of Team Wrath, also a prominent Beer League member, and I believe we'll be seeing him in the next round. He also makes music, and he has an EP coming out soon. And earlier tonight, between matches 1 and 2, we played a full 6-minute Beer League podcast exclusive teaser for his upcoming EP. So if you missed it between rounds 1 and 2, you can come back and watch that later on the VOD, or we're going to be playing it again possibly after this match. I think we're probably going to play it after. This is the next minute. You know what? Fuck it. We need a break anyways. We're going to go ahead and play the Link 1 teaser again. I didn't realize it was this late into the match. We're going to go ahead and play that Link music EP trailer again right after this match. So 40 seconds away. Stick around. Check it out. It's dope. That was meant to be a plug for something upcoming, and then I realized that there's only like 50 seconds left in this match. So I was like, oh, okay. Guess we're just going to go ahead and do it now.
Stay tuned for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's not even us being shills for a friend. Link's music is actually fantastic.
It's pretty dope.
Hey, coming back. Yeah, we still crossing this.
Like, I've had a lot of people come and be like, oh, hey, oh, Summer, so close. I don't know if anyone saw that. Summer just attempted my infamous nunchuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Summer just attempted my nunchuck, but was thwarted by the new bug that you can grab your own backpack accidentally. So I don't know if you saw there, but Summer went for the nunchuck and halted immediately inside of the bubble. A woe that I am all too familiar with right now.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that bug yet, but I've heard about it. It sounds pretty frustrating. All right, so let's go look at some. Whoa, twice in a row there. Okay, let's go some stats real quick, and then we'll switch over to the Link 1 EP teaser thingy. Look at these stats. Look at that. Some good looking stats.
That's funny.
You'll be the first one to know.
Oh, and they hit rematch immediately because people do that for some reason. All right, so here it comes. You are here now. Listen to Link 1's exclusive Beer League podcast EP teaser. The EP is coming out sometime soon. I don't know when exactly. It's going to be soon. Very excited about it. Give it a listen, and we'll be back soon for the fourth and final match of the night.
What you waiting for? If you give yourself another chance, then I'll do the same. 'Cause we've got these broken pieces that we need to arrange.
Shot that avoids hitting.
Hey, welcome back to the Beer League Podcast, y'all. So that was, once again, that was a Beer League Podcast exclusive Link 1 EP music teaser. There's a lot of words in a row that have to be in a certain order to remember. That's Phenom's face, that's correct, and that's my face right here. That's you all in the chat. Cheers, y'all.
How's it going, everybody?
Clink. This is my Beer League mug.
I am human, B-Love, no matter what anyone else says. Don't believe them.
She can go. All right, opposite. I'm just laying down. That feels good. Does someone need to send Gilligan?
So we are in the lobby of the next match, the final match of the night for the Beer League Podcast. Set 4, which should be let's see, who are we looking at here?
Probably a little bit of a mashup between some of the other teams. Game 4 is an optional. They're all optional, but this one's an extra optional one. Usually, people, it's you're already 9 games in, and however many shots you've chosen to do. So, looks like we got a little bit of a mashup. Link 1, Kit Catastrophe, Jade Michael, Mr. Chainsaw PE. That's a new one for me. Do It To Him. Looks like he's on his normal account instead of his Monster Gamer account. Harry Colbert, Mr. Green Bean himself, Gems, and Chuck Not Norris.
So Link 1, Chuck Not Norris, Kit Catastrophe, Jade Michael, Mr. Chainsaw PE. They are all on Team 6. Team 4, originally tonight, was I Blow It Sports, Captain Wiggle Pants, Vacant Ace, Monster Gamer, and Harry Colbert. So looks like Team 4 has had quite a lineup change for the night, but Team 6 looks pretty much the same. Basically, they're mixing up a little bit. Yeah, the 4th round of the night is optional, as he said. It's kind of iffy if we can even get it going most of the time, because at this point, by the end of round 4, we have 4 rounds for Beer League. Each round of Beer League is 3 rounds within that match, so it's 3 rounds per match, 4 matches a night. That is 12 minutes times 12 rounds. That is 144 minutes of gameplay. That is insane.
It's a lot of echo.
It's a lot of echo, especially when you're drinking alcohol. And it looks like the teams are here. They are gathered around the nest. They're getting ready to do their cheers, so we'll join them in just a second for that.
Yeah, I think Alduin has also noted once, I thought it was Alduin, that noted his ability to play through Challenger Cup to practicing each week in beer leagues for multiple games back to back to back.
Yeah, playing, usually when a team plays a scrim, they'll play 2, maybe 3 sets. 4 sets with extended timers every time.
Cheers, Gil. Cheers, chat.
Cheers to everybody. Clink.
Dude, I love drinking with you guys, and I feel like I'm not alone.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
We love Beer League. So yeah, this is the Beer League Podcast. I'm your host, Gilligan. That's me right here. That guy down there, that's Phenom. That's his face. Fun fact, Phenom is the first person to ever have his face featured on the Beer League Podcast, because Beer League Podcast just got a whole bunch of new graphics and assets and stuff upgrades this week. Thank you to all of you who support the stream. It was all thanks to you guys that I was able to afford to be able to do all this stuff, because this is a subscription service that I'm paying for now, to have all this cool animation stuff that's super cool, and it's really cool. So thank you guys. We're gonna transition to the game now, because the game's about to start. So
hey, I'll take that first. It's a lot better than my last first.
Yeah, Phenom, wave goodbye to the camera, as we're gonna go back to the game, and then we'll see your face again tonight. Boom, green flames. It's so cool looking. All right,
My
we are.
princess wave there.
I rotated.
I missed the joust, but orange team got it.
I got him.
Beer League round 4, sloppiest of the night you're gonna see, because the players. This is Beer League. We drink as we play. So the longer into the night we go, the drunker the casters get, the drunker the players get. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow, you sounded pretty good today so far.
Let's just call it practice.
Fair enough.
Also, as I noted early on, I did. Oh wow, Kit completely lost her tracking on that one. That was unfortunate for her. As I noted very early in the stream, I came into this cast very very cold. I did no pre-gaming whatsoever, so I had to do a little bit of catching up in the first round. So, but yeah, we're all good now. Who is singing? I can't tell.
I'm almost positive that it's Do It.
Someone is singing Linkin Park.
You know, maybe it's Link. It might be Link.
I think it's Link based on the way that speaker came around there, the sound, the direction of sound there. B-Love, no, I have not seen My Octopus Teacher. I don't know what that is. That's.
I don't know how to control it.
Well, also speaking of Octopus, have you ever played the game Octodad?
No.
No, I'm standing up. I'm just confused.
Oh,
It's a ridiculous game.
No, B-Love, I know what you're talking about now. I've seen that title on Netflix, but I have not actually watched it. You're saying it's good enough to watch. All right, heard. Sorry, Phenom, what?
Oh, you're good. Octodad was an older game where you're an octopus pretending to be a person, and the entire game is you going through normal human tasks with the controls of an octopus, trying not to get found out by other humans.
What?
But then in the game, only one person knows that you're an actual octopus, and it's this chef who wants to kill you and eat you.
That sounds so weird. I'm very intrigued.
The controls of the game are terrible on purpose. So it makes even picking things up is really difficult because you're an octopus.
Huh. Interesting.
It's a very unique game.
I kind of agree. I feel like it should with B-Love. I feel like it should be a VR game. But then again, how do you translate 8 tentacles to 2 arms?
It's my only chance.
I mean, limitless potential in VR. Just somebody has to come along.
Sorry, y'all. I'm throwing.
I feel like at that point the limitation is not so much the technology as it is our brains.
I don't know if did you watch the keynote for Facebook Connect when they released Quest 2?
Yeah, no, I was actually there in person.
Oh, really? For the Facebook Connect?
After 3 games.
Wait, the one this past September or the one before that?
The Facebook Connect that they released the Quest 2.
Okay,
officially
Facebook Connect. I was not there for Facebook Connect. I was there for OC 5 and 6. Facebook Connect would have been the next one, and that's the one we couldn't go to because of COVID. So no, I was not there in person.
Right. So did you watch that keynote though?
Yes, I did.
The part with the 6th finger, did you see that part?
Yes.
When they were talking about the AR stuff?
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was
crazy.
Insane. For those who possibly missed it, I talk about this all the time. They basically, the guy that's running their AR department, augmented reality, came out and basically said, we need a new GUI, a new graphical user interface that's not, mouse and keyboard, that's not touchscreen, that's something unique to AR. And they basically said, what if you could use AR with this 6th pinky, like this sci-fi type bullshit of controlling a finger that doesn't exist. But then it wasn't like they did the presentation one day we'll get there. They immediately segued to all of the proof they already had done it with people with no fingers or people that have lost fingers that could control human hands, normal human hands in VR. The fact that you could be born without fingers and then come into VR and within a couple months know how to control a digital hand with 5 fingers is just mind-blowing.
I think I'm on you. There we go.
Apparently it has killed Gil. He's actually dead now. It blew his mind so hard.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. I was distracted. But yeah, it is pretty insane. It's kind of like that thing where I know there's a video that keeps getting recommended to me on YouTube. I haven't watched it yet, but it's a deaf person that hears sound for the first time. It's kind of along that same line where these you grow up without the ability to do something that most of us take for granted, and then with the ability of the technology that we have nowadays, VR, AR in particular, within a short amount of time, we're able to figure out how to control it digitally. It's insane. It's really kind of crazy, and the ability to think that we could learn in a relatively short amount of time to control a hand with 6 fingers sounds incredible until you look at like the data of the testing they've already done. It's like, no, it's actually way more possible than you would
the brain
initially
plasticity
think.
It's just a crazy development of, I mean, they always kind of knew it, but no one's been able to, we just haven't had the technology to actually prove it until recently.
You got a leech?
Would we cyborg ourselves? To an extent, maybe. I mean, it really depends on.
Absolutely is my answer.
Yeah. See, I feel like most people in this community would probably say that, agree with you on that.
Newton Dad asking why I'm so good at walkabout mini golf. You know what? It just, hashtag humble brag. It just comes naturally to me, Newton Dad. I see the hole and I see the ball and I make the two connect.
What's up, LOLs? Boozy definitively saying the next step in evolution is cyborgism. Either join, assimilate, or fall behind.
Like I would give my left arm to have a left arm that's a cyborg. Literally.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little conflicted. I feel like I'd need convincing. Although, it depends on what it could do.
Did you hear
Yeah, I
that?
did. Don't make me touch you.
Out of nowhere.
Oh no. Looks like Sir Captain Spoon posted a picture in Beer League chat. He snapped his headset strap.
Yeah, that's a common issue.
Sai also posting in Beer League chat, Team 2 is alive and uncasted, and that is actually her fault. So I don't know why she's trying to tag me in that.
No one else. Maybe Essence a little bit, but 100% her fault.
I'm gonna.
Chuck with the Kobe. Missing it just off high.
All right, I'm working on bringing this snapped headset into the stream here. Give me just a moment, folks.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I've known a couple people that have done that. Link posting in the Discord right now. D right bracket CL. Is he saying clink?
Link. Where's Link?
CL1 and KKKKKK apostrophe.
Yeah,
So
that
just
seems like
his mental
typical
state.
Clink text.
Yeah.
Yep. Sai in the chat taking. Well, no, she's not. She's not actually here. Let's see. B-Love, you need to know the issues. The issues have mostly been cleaned up from what I understand. Captain Wigglepants in the chat. MVP of the night. The only team captain to send me a link before I needed it. Thank you so much, Captain Wigglepants. You are the POGcast MVP of the night.
Also, B-Love, what, like Quest 2 on Echo or Quest 2 in general? Because for a while, Quest 2 has been fantastic for most things just off the bat. For Echo, it's definitely had its trials, but right now, I think it's Echo only. Yeah, it's probably in its best state it's ever been in right now. With the addition of the new throwing mechanisms and the wrist alignment and stuff like that, it's probably the best it's been.
Wait. Let me reset my.
All right, so I know, I've pointed it out several times tonight. I've been very, very proud, very happy of all the new graphics and the new stream upgrades we've been debuting tonight. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and very, very rough and awkwardly transition into this image right here. Boom. There is the picture of Sir Captain Spoons.
Right in the middle of the screen.
No cute transition, no frame, just
It's a fashion choice.
there it is.
You know?
Yep. Fuck it, there it is. Sir Captain Spoon in Beer League chat says turned my head too sharp and it snapped right in off. Oh no, that's what he said in chat, literally.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get the I'll get the F's in chat started there. That's an F.
Dude, I had your fucking face. I had your face and it was fucking ugly.
My face is ugly, thanks.
oh shit, I just hit the wrong button. Don't look at that. It's a professional podcast.
Well, it's a good thing I still had pants on.
God damn it. I meant to click on the one button and I
You were
was
so close.
I was like an
You're
inch off.
Fourth game in, you know.
I know, man. Hey, Sir Captain Wigglepants wants us to toast to sit Captain Spoon's headset.
Hey.
Because spelling's a thing. Shut up, Gatorade! You didn't see shit. Alright, so Captain Wigglepants redeemed a toast. Sir Captain Spoon's headset. Clink.
It's been a slow redeem night. I think we've only gotten 2 toasts.
Yeah, no one's really using the channel points tonight. Dude, I'm so upset that I just did that, Gatorade. Fuck you. I've been so nervous about all these new graphics and scene selections, and like, man, I meant to hit studio mode, and my mouse was there like a few pixels off, and I switched scenes completely. Oh, that was upsetting. Oh well, here we are. Welcome to the Beer League Podcast, professional podcast for Echo Arena. I'm Gilligan, your host. My co-host tonight, Phenom. Fuck you, Gatorade.
Looks like round 1 went to the blue team there in the interim.
Oh, yeah, B-Love.
Just
Channel
about to start
points,
round 2.
normally for most Twitch channels in your bottom left corner of your chat, there's a button called channel points where the more you watch, the more points you earn, and you can use those points if you click on them to redeem things. Now, for this channel, because the Beer League Podcast is the primary focal point of this channel, I changed the icon and the name to make it bottle caps. So you can bottom left of the chat window there, you can click on that little orange or that little yellow BL disc, Beer League disc, and it says channel points. You can click on that and then use those to redeem a few different things that,
Yeah, it might be a little different depending on if you're on mobile or PC, but yeah, it's usually at the bottom of the chat, right where the across from the, like where it says, like the enter for the chat.
And B Love saying he's got 2.8 thousand bottle caps. That's dope, dude. You can use those to redeem a lot of shit because my stuff's pretty cheap. Most of it is. The stuff that's not cheap on my channel is like preloaded by Twitch.
All right, Psych redeeming the first talk about it of the night. Well,
What?
actually,
No,
technically,
we've had some talk about it.
we had one, and Lord was telling me to rant about things for hours, so
That's
I don't know
true.
if we can count that one.
What?
What last-minute roster changes are you predicting before the roster lock? I don't know if there is much. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I know about, even just behind the scenes.
Yeah, to be honest, as a league governor, I'm involved in every league that VRML covers, and so like I've had a much less time to pay attention to Echo recently because Snapshot VR, Onward, and Pavlov VR are all about to start their next season, which is season 1 for Snapshot just started this Monday. Season 11 of Onward starts on Monday, and season 8 of Pavlov starts the Monday after that. So I've been dealing with a lot of that, as well as we're getting ready to be hosting a one-off Zombieland headshot tournament thing. That's a completely different thing than we've done before in VRML. So like I'm involved in all these different things, and so like I really haven't had a whole lot of time to watch as much Echo as I normally do, unfortunately. So as far as last minute roster predictions, I really have no idea. I am way behind. Not way behind. I'm way less caught up on current Echo VRML stuff than I would like to be.
Sykes saying Anubis off 7, right? Yeah. It's not an opening because I'm pretty sure they immediately picked up WSAD. I don't know if that's stuck. I didn't actually look to see if that stuck, but they did immediately pick something else up. I mean, I kind of get it because he was basically suspended for the rest of the season, so he was basically useless as a sub. So it makes sense that 7 would pick somebody else up, especially with them being in Masters and being, having multiple games they need to play.
Whoops, I missed it.
So B-Love, yeah, you post, you highlighted your message, which makes it stand out in the chat, which means the casters will notice it, or the streamer will notice it more. So yeah, you lost 100. You spent 100 bottle caps, channel points, to highlight your message, which makes it more visible to us as the host of the stream. So yeah, you click on the buttons down there, and you can redeem the things, and then we respond to them. That's how it works.
Yeah, the main two, the main 3 that we have is the cast, the 102, if you want to make us cast about it. The talk about this, you can tell us what to talk about, and then the toast. If you're new to Twitch, modifying an emote and choosing an emote, that's just kind of a baseline chat thing.
Yeah, there's let's see, the ones that I added personally for my stream are cast, damn it, talk about this, and a toast. The rest of them I think are preloaded by Twitch, and don't know exactly how some of them work. So you can try it and see. You see how it goes.
Yeah, I was still there.
Oh, Smooth's headset died. That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Beer League cast, Smooth. You can enjoy the cast with the rest of us. That's right, Captain Mocha Pants, saying it correctly. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Yeah, B-Love's team's killing it. Sunset Dam. Honestly, kind of confused why you guys didn't go for the roster or the MMR recalc, because you seem to be put a little bit on the low side there. I could understand it if you're trying to work your kid up to where you guys want to be. That's kind of what I was guessing there. But yeah, you guys have been playing some easier matches for sure.
Toads.
I want to try.
And blue team, because there's a match going on apparently, gets it stolen by the orange team, who gets to send out. Nice play there. Chuck gets a nice stun and stop though. Pass up to Herrico Vera. The green bean himself sends it for the 3-pointer, and blue team is now up 12-0. They did take the first round. Have no idea what the points were. It could have been a mercy. Could not have been. I have no idea. But this round, approaching halftime here, 30 seconds to halftime, and blue team is up 12-0.
Yeah. So yeah, B-Love saying I don't like easier matches, but I asked my team, and they all voted to work from the bottom, which I can understand, especially.
There's a certain so see, B-Love, when I was season 1 for Wireless Shacks, when I was the captain of Wireless Shacks, but the Akami was on our team. Him and I had very different approaches to how to schedule scrims. I preferred to schedule really hard scrims to make us work harder and to improve us faster. The Akami preferred to have us play more easier teams in order to build morale. As both valid strategies, clashing at times, but it was an interesting mix.
I think I agree with both.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those issues where a lot of these teams, when they're forming, are like, well, let's see what teams we can beat. Let's see if we can do that. And you kind of need an easier team because there's that flow, that perfect flow of you guys all doing exactly what you guys need to do. You're in perfect synchronicity if you can achieve that, and you need to know what that feels like. And if you just play hard teams all the time, you never find that kind of perfect, spot of what it feels like when you're all doing the right thing at the right time. So kind of flipping between, maybe a little bit of easier, very difficult team. It shows you this is what happens when we do everything right, and this is what happens when we do everything wrong. And that ability to kind of flip between the two is, I think, really helpful.
Yeah, I there's definitely merits to both mindsets there. Psychotic, though, I need to point out, saying hard scrims till you want to cry, then pick an easier team to bring to. Jesus, what she actually said was hard scrims till you want to cry, then pick an easier team to bring the team back together. Which, in theory is valid, but just that wording makes it sound exactly like good cop, bad cop torture.
So I think that's a specific team. Maybe I think for her, unfortunately, that's how her team might work currently. I don't know if you should cry during any of your matches, or have to reassemble your team after a match. We're all people; we have our flaws, but even first season, yeah. But yeah, I definitely, as far as teammates go, currently in Foresight, I don't have anyone that has mood issues. We get frustrated when we're losing, and but I don't have to worry about morale. It's nice having teammates that can press forward no matter no matter the circumstances, and just having that ability as a player alone is really important, and it's sometimes looked past.
Yeah, that's nice. No, I know. Like my personal preference as a team captain, the team morale was not something that I thought enough about. I think, and that's so that I credit the Acme for making me think about that. But my thought was always like, yo, if we're playing 5 nights a week, we should play like what are the 3 teams. Or, if we're playing 5 nights, if we're doing 5 scrims a week, what are the 5 teams that are the next in line above us? Those are the teams we should be scrimming, because it's going to be close enough to still be fun and make us really sweat, but at the same time, they're going to be better than us, and so we'll have to improve faster. And, that was my mindset, whereas, nice steal there. Needed 3-pointer from the orange team, put them up, not up, but puts them 3 points closer. That was a nice. This is a nice move. Sorry to interject that. But yeah, the Acme in particular, and it's not just the Acme. I don't mean to call him out if this is considered a call out, but he was definitely one that made me kind of realize, like, it's not always a good thing to just always push. Like, sometimes you gotta
Absolutely.
give yourself some candy. Scrim that easier team that wants to scrim you, because then you're the harder team for them. And so that's, a little paying it forward there. If you only ask for harder scrims, then you're not doing anything for anyone below you. Sometimes you have to be the team that's the harder one to beat in order to improve that other team.
Absolutely. If you're just always playing ridiculously hard teams, and that's kind of the interesting spot of, like, the bottom master, where you can be the 10th best team in the U.S. and lose every single match you play.
Is that a thing you say?
And you have to cope with that as a team. And we've seen some teams not be able to deal with that kind of pressure within the team.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about the master tier format, the relegation promotion format for this season 3 of Echo Arena VRML, because we've got 10 teams in master, and the 10 teams in master are isolated within their own thing. Like, they only play each other, and so the number 10 team basically spends the whole cycle losing. Even though they're one of the best teams in the league, they're going to spend the whole 5-week period just, losing games, which is a little rough on the mentality.
Fucking R2D2 on the blue team over
I
there.
heard that, yeah. B-Love did redeem a toast a bit ago, though. He wants to redeem a toast. You got to play easier teams to build strats. You have to play tougher teams to learn against the fast.
Hey, weird
Something.
toast, but he figured it out. So, cheers to you, B-Love.
Yeah, cheers to that. Clink. Yeah, Love pointing out Team Aurora. They are really good. Like, no one was surprised when they got into Master Tier after that Challenger Cup, because watching them play
my
the
God,
ladder,
they
they
were
were
crazy.
so good. Everyone knew it. And then they get into Master, and their record's 0-4. They're still just as good, if not better, but they're 0-4 because now they're isolated within the Master Tier, so they're playing only better teams than them.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. At one point, Aurora's MMR was so much higher than the second team that the difference between Aurora in 11th place and 12th place was the same distance between bottom diamond and top bronze.
Yeah.
So they were, absolutely killing it. And now they go into Master and they're 0-4. And so, I think we saw that even in perception with Illumiduty. With the last Masters Cup, everyone was convinced. Well, I shouldn't say everyone. A lot of people were convinced that Duty was not going to make it back to Master, and then they come out and they win every match they play. So it's really difficult to see, these teams lose every round and then be able to come and be like, oh well, obviously they're just not good, so they're going to lose these matches, and then they come and you realize, oh, they're losing these matches because they're just playing the other best teams in the country.
Okay, except
Yep.
how we do that?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Why did I throw that? There wasn't even anybody.
But even that perception is hard for a lot of teams to cope with.
Absolutely. And while we were talking about that, Abshu redeemed another toast to the podcast. So as soon as this next goal is scored, I will relinquish the controls of my controller, because I am manually camming cams right now. So after the next goal scores, I will acknowledge that and toast to it.
Sorry, I heard you too late. That was my
It's like telling me too many numbers. Stop. I'm not sure I said any numbers, but I'll comply.
Rumors
Also,
are
it's like,
she may be very drunk.
she also just toasted to fuck the stream. So,
That's a bit of a meme among the beer league community. After, I think it was a podcast like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I forget when it was, but I happened to put the camera on Follow Summer right as she said "fuck the stream," and it was really funny. And so it's kind of, fuck the stream has kind of become a bit of a meme within the beer league community, I guess.
That was good, friend.
Oh, Sammy Gabby showing up in the chat saying she's out. Thank you guys, Matt, Arrow, and all the others. Thank you, Night. Oh, thank you for playing, Sammy Gabby. We saw you earlier. You made a great shot, and then right after did a great assist into the shot. We noticed that. I do remember talking about that. So good job, Sammy Gabby. Thanks for joining us tonight. Smooth Riding saying cheers, Sai.
5-spotted dog with the tier 1 subscription and the message "fuck you, Guild."
Hey, I can get behind that.
For a friend.
Get it? 5? I'll get behind that. Sai saying rumors are Gil is going to finally do a shot with Sai and not pussy out. I don't know what the fuck that you're talking about, but okay. Yeah. This has been a great night so far. This is our final round of the night. Round 3 of set 4. Orange team 0, blue team 5. Blue team's been kicking ass tonight. That's what happens when you have Chuck Norris on your team. Man is a god. Ha! I'm not even gonna respond to that live. 5. We'll talk later. I'll call you.
So many times.
I'm like rotating myself a lot more than I intend to.
Bunch of good matches tonight. Ooh, nice long shot from Monster Gamer there. Do it to him.
That was commitment.
From the top trap all the way into the goal. Very nice.
Good read, dude.
She said ow after the head.
Smooth Riding, I just saw your comment. What can I do with 17,000 bottle caps? You can click on that little bottle cap emblem right below the chat there if you're on PC, the little beer league disc thing. And you can click a few different things. They show how much points they cost. and you can use your points to do the things.
You change the redeem, like the cooldown.
I can't do that while we're live. It has to be while we're not live.
So I asked you, did you like last week? Is it still?
Oh
like
yeah,
15 minutes or a half hour?
I changed that talk about it cooldown period for that. I swear to God I changed it, but people still saying they're having issues with it, so I don't know. But Smooth Ryan did redeem Cast, damn it. So I guess just look at that. 8 points up the blue team, and Chuck Norris grabs it, pulls it out for the three-pointer, juking around, going for the bounce shot. Nice low bounce shot. That is his signature move. I don't know if it's his signature move, but I notice him doing it all the time. Therefore, I'm calling it as his signature move. Chuck Norris, if you're playing against that man, you got to watch the goal because he will shoot it up at the bottom pocket backboard shot
Hot
thing.
tips from Gil today. If
That's
you're
right.
in goal, watch the goal.
When did Link and Chuck get split? That's right, because the Beer League buddies, they did request to be with each other, and we allowed it to happen like idiots. So, when did they get split? I don't know. They've been split almost this entire round, if not the entire round. I think they're just being nice, maybe? Or Orange Team lost a player, so Link switched. I'm not sure. But they have been split this entire match, I believe. Jim sending it through to do it to him. Got the open goal, going for a long three, just misses. So sad. Beer League. Link 1 picks it up upside down, gets not stunned out, sends it down through the mid into the blue zone. Going to be picked up by no one as it almost goes into the goal anyways. Link 1 to get there by himself for the two-pointer. First 2 points of the game for the orange team.
All of blue team was still on orange side. That was so sad.
That's right, Smooth. You got to watch the goal. I'm not a goalie. That was my goalie advice. Chuck Norris should be called Buckets Not. Yeah, that makes sense. Off the bottom triangle, it's right. True, choo, choo, choo. I've tried to copy and assist redeem. Talk about this. Hey, Faye, what's your best D&D story? Faye just redeemed.
What
Talk
a
about
great
this
topic.
for Faye.
You
To
know,
talk about. Yeah, go for
I was
it.
just thinking how I've missed out on all the times I've asked you and your guests what your favorite D&D story is, and I never get to tell mine. Why didn't you ask podcasters? Because I've already asked Gil that question a couple times.
That's true. That's true. We have talked about D&D quite a bit on this cast. Not tonight, but in previous casts. And Faye is, in fact, a world-famous D&D DM.
I don't know about world famous.
World famous, I just said it, and this is a super popular podcast, therefore. You are now world famous.
I have DM'd for I think going on like.
Actually,
17
technically, we did interact in chat with a guy earlier from New Zealand, which is about as far away
Fair.
from us as you can get, therefore world famous.
Fair, I'll take it. My best D&D story is actually not from D&D. It's from Hackmaster, which is a ridiculous version. I don't know if you know what Hackmaster is. I think I've talked about it before to you. But Hackmaster was a spoof on 3.5.
Hey,
So they call it the
Phenom, before we continue,
Yeah.
I'm going to be gone for a minute, so just keep talking, but if I don't respond to you, I'm gone for a minute.
I see how it is. Okay.
I could still hear you, I just won't be able to respond.
I got it. Hackmaster was a ridiculous game. It was just the most complicated thing. It was like, if you're a nerd and you like complex, stupid games, then here's your best game ever. It had charts and tables for everything that you could imagine. If you wanted to be punched in the face by an orc, you could roll dice to see which teeth came out of the dude's mouth. It was absolutely ridiculous. So a little bit more complex, but I was playing a cleric character that I love to play with. We had, I think, 8 people in the party, and we went into a metropolis type town, and we had one very stupid player, and our DM rolled a like random encounter table and just happened to roll some insane roll that gave us basically an evil genie, and there was no question that this person was an evil genie as they rolled up in like a black cloud cackling maniacally and asked if we had any wishes that we needed granted. Of course, all of us said no but one, and the one person asked us to be famous as we walked into this metropolis. So he made us infamous, and we were tasked with, basically, we had killed the emperor of this entire town and been framed for it. So we were now famous in this town. And it ended up being an entire series of us trying not to die, and we ended up making a revolt. The guards were all paid off in this town, and so we ended up setting up a riot in the center of town with all of these weapons, and all of the like poor people would take up arms and attack the guards barracks because we needed to take the money away from the town. So we were going to rob the bank, and so we ended up doing it fairly successfully. And once we got to the bank, we were met with all of the gold in the bank was so much that in this game, if enough money and gold comes together, they basically become sentient. So all of this gold had become a writhing mass, and it actually had an intelligence. And I found out by giving it stuff that you could basically trade, you could barter with the entity by like presenting it an item, and it would come back with alternative items that you could take. And that turned into 2.5 hours in real time of people trying to barter with this sentient entity. A real mistake by our DM, to be honest, of giving this that option. But in the game, it took an hour or two to for all these people to do that. And in the time, our entire rebellion got squashed because they're peasants, and we had spent an hour inside of the thing. So when we came out, we were completely surrounded. Oh my God, Smooth is going up. I should not even look at chat right now. I'll go back. But so the entire town's army, and by town I mean metropolis, and so level 50 is the highest you can get in the game, and we were surrounded by basically a small army of people. Two of the people confronted the captain of the guard, who was level 50, had like a +6 vorpal weapon, almost killed him, and then were both cut in half in one slice. They died. Another group of mages decided to cast invisibility and then fly, and tried to fly away. But the anti-mages decided to cast away their magic when they were about 1,000 feet up in the air, and they fell to their deaths instantly. The other people, I think, were shot down by arrows. So it was me and one other person left alive. And it's a pretty brutal game, so you die fairly quickly. And so I decided, as a cleric, to do all this magical bullshit, and I was going to create all this stuff. And once the anti-mages came out, I was like, well, I'm screwed. So I decided to try to create a rainbow bridge over the wall so we could just escape. To do the rainbow bridge, you needed some form of rain and like an actual rainbow to exist. So I casted this spell called Cloudburst, which just made it rain profusely. And as I'm doing that, we get that all successful. We're halfway down the rainbow bridge, and we get the anti-mages cancel out our rainbow bridge. And now we're falling like hundreds of feet in the air. So I say, fuck it, I'm taking you all with me. And I decided to cast my last spell, which was like at max level, Control Water. So I took all the water that was on the ground from the rain, and I made it into like 1,000-foot by 1,000-foot cube of water, instantly drowning basically everyone, including myself. So all of the mages couldn't cast spells because they couldn't breathe, so they were toast. All of the guards were in heavy armor, so they drowned. Everyone, they had golems that were iron golems, they rusted, immediately died. So I went from, I think I gained 6 levels of experience in one go, but also killed myself in the process. And so as a final resort, I prayed to my cleric god, and there was a 4% chance at the level that I was at that he would respond to me, and I rolled a 1 on a D100, and the god saved me and me alone from that existence. And I put me outside the walls of the town, and I was the only one in the party last. Yes! I mass murdered the entire army of a metropolis and somehow survived on a 1 in 100 chance.
That is... The dice gods be merciful, the dice gods giveth, the dice gods taketh away.
So that is my fantastic best D&D story.
That's pretty great. Smooth doing a really good job of making fun of you. But then said that he plays Rainbow Bridge on Mario Kart, so don't really know how much room he has to speak. Smooth didn't understand any of that. I really don't believe that, Smooth. Yeah, Smooth. You know enough to know which things don't go together. So, which makes me think that you know a lot more than what you're letting on there. So, it's fine. Smooth is a nerd. Heard here. It's fine. Never played D&D. I do believe that, but you're definitely a nerd. So, it's cool.
It's good. You should try it. Everyone should try it. It's definitely not a nerd.
Harsh words, my ass. See, Gator recognizes it too.
Well, I tried, but I hit the X.
Yeah, it kind of is, Beka. You're right. It's kind of bold to assume that anyone here is not a nerd, as this is a very specific over 21 alcohol league for a virtual reality game.
It's true.
So, yeah.
Good job, B-Love. B-Love saying, today I won an Echo Arena match.
Surprisingly, that is actually really close to not the same thing that he said.
No, I think everybody died.
I'm not dead.
What did Gator say that has that many asterisks?
I don't see any asterisks.
What does it say? Where it says, sorry, they're all out of, and then I see like 15 asterisks.
I have no idea. I don't see that.
Oh, it was I don't give a fuck was the asterisks. That's what it was.
Okay.
He doesn't play really though.
That's the one I've seen.
Well, it looks like blue team kind of went with a clean sweep there.
Yeah, blue team was pretty dominant in that match. Did almost no casting, but yeah, blue team did it to him. Herrick Vera Gems and Chuck Dot Not Norris on the blue team there dominated all three of those rounds. That is the last round of Beer League for the night for this week. That is the last and final round of this Beer League podcast. I've been your host, Gilligan. That's been my co-host, Phenom. Phenom, do you have anything to plug? Anything you want to talk about? We're going to switch to face cams here if you don't mind. You ready for that?
For it.
All right, we're going to switch to face cams for a minute so that people can get your socials. Because your social accounts. Oh, this is going to be bad. It says starting soon. We're not actually starting soon. We're ending soon. See, still a few little bugs to work out, but,
We're starting to end soon.
That's right. We're starting to end soon. That's right. Yeah. So I got all these new cool graphics. It's kind of overwhelming. I've been working on it all week, and so there are still bugs, such as right now we're not starting soon. We're starting the end scene soon. But yeah, right over there on the right, in the bottom. Oh, here's my camera. Over there, down there. That's Phenom, and below Phenom's name, you can see his Twitch and his Discord IDs. That's right, and you can see my Twitch and my Discord IDs as well under my name. So go check those out. That's Phenom.
I don't really have anything. I don't really do much. Twitch every once in a while I go on and I'll do like Echo Pubs or something that I'm doing. But other than that, yeah, nothing to really plug.
Yeah, same. I have this, and I also have this. So check it out. Every Sunday at 9 p.m. I do stream my POV of Echo Arena game. Usually it's Wireless Shack's Scrim. But however, this past Sunday, Will had some technical issues, but it happens.
Who are you guys scrimming Sunday?
Oh, good question. That's something I can plug. Let's check real quick. Scheduling. This Sunday actually should be the Echoholics, which is Beer League's favorite team. I got to confirm with them because it was like 2 weeks ago when I scheduled that. So
Smooth is in here, so hey Smooth.
Hey Smooth, are we fighting you guys on Sunday? Should be. Is that confirmed? LOL. Oh God. Okay. So yeah, did schedule it for the Echohawks. We're facing High Voltage next Sunday. Supposedly Echoholics this Sunday. If not, I know ASAP so I can schedule another match, guys. Thank you, B-Love. Thank you, Gator. Thank you, Smooth. Thank you, everyone else who showed up. Sci5, Sir Dimwee, Sammy Gabby, Nate Appleton, Fork, KJ, KBJ, KGB. What was her initials? Something like that. A lot of people showed up. If I forgot your name, don't be upset. Thank you guys for showing up. This is Beerly Podcast. I'm Gilligan. That's Phenom. Also this, not that way. This way. Over. Oh God. Over there. Next to starting soon, you'll see that circling beer league thing that was created by one of our beer league members, Jims, who was in the chat quite a bit tonight. He also played tonight. He created that, so that's super cool. I've got nothing else. Faye, any last words?
No, not really. I had a great time. Thank you for inviting me to cast with you. It was a wonderful experience. You're doing great. I think all the new beer league stuff looks fantastic.
Thanks, dude.
You know, I think we had 15 people concurrent in here. I'm not sure exactly how many people are normally here, but I feel like that was a lot.
I don't even have a normal number for you. It's been growing as fast as Beer League itself has, so the normal is just like a ramp at this point. Like 2 months ago I had 5 and now I've got 20 something. Like it's just going up. There's no normal at the moment. Smooth saying I hit 26 when he joins. That's pretty cool. That's fucking crazy. I've said this a million times. I started casting Beer League as a way to practice for VR Melcast. I never expected any of these VODs to get more than 20 views. So now I'm getting more than 20 people average watching them live, even though there's still 30-something people in game at the time. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Level 3 hype train.
Yeah. Dude, no, we hit max level a few weeks ago.
Or whatever. Yeah, I mean, there are some, good casters or good Twitch streamers that don't even get that high.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. You guys are crazy. You beer leaguers and you people who aren't in beer league yet but still support my stream, I appreciate all of you. You guys are nuts. It's amazing. Cheers to you. Clink. It's my I don't know, Echo. Can't see it. Echo Arena Beer League.
Your special cup.
Yeah. Got my name on it and shit. It's super cool. Laser etched. Venom made it for me for Christmas one year because he's dope. Clink. All right. Enough rambling. Phenom. For the 5th time, any last words?
I mean, if you give me a minute, I could probably think of some. But,
all right, we'll wait.
Smooth riding sucks.
Smooth riding sucks. Bye, y'all.